You guys are tuned in to episode 54? 55, episode 55. Sorry. We haven't, damn, it's like, oh shit, 55. I just saw it right now on the note. So episode 55 of the Lyrical Fix Podcast with your host, Sade.
And Kid Pro. You already know what it is, the Lyrical Fix Pod, at the Lyrical Fix Pod on IG. Make sure to catch us on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, give us the 5-star ratings, keep us hot out on these podcast streets. Make sure to check out that YouTube page to catch the full episodes, our clips, our if you don't know segments, and make sure you leave us all that positive reviews out here in these streets. Keep us hot out in these podcast streets. Sade, how you doing, buddy?
Chilling.
Oh man, what an eventful week it's been. What an eventful week. A lot of shit we talked over that we can't talk on the pod. Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah, I can't look at you the same.
I know. I can't look at you the same either.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything either. Shit, fuck you.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a fucking wild week, man. It's a wild week. That's all it is, man. But let's get right into it, man. Yeah. So we both were at the show this past Friday. Mm-hmm. We talked about it. The Rock and Joe Speak Your Truth or Lie open mic showcase, and I try to be professional in all these places. This is my first time performing in 6 months, so I got to say thank you to everybody that was there that showed up to see that. It was a very, very important moment for me. Very, very great turnout. Very dope. A lot of people were there. Shout out to SW that showed up. Shout out to Johnson. Trip was there. Did his performance, did his verse on Ghost with Ron. Shout out to Young Benny. Killed his performance.
Turns it out.
Young Benny is great. Him in his Mets jersey. Shout out to Danny Ray, hosting, did a great, phenomenal fucking job.
No, you
killed
did a
that
great
shit
job.
over there, like stood out. Who else that was there, man, that performed as well? Trill. Mm-hmm. Grief from the Outliers, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Poet Noel, fucking amazing. I know I'm forgetting some more people.
Poet Noel, which one was that?
Poet Noel, she had the she was repeating the mantra. I am free. I am loved. I think that was it. Forgive me if I got it wrong, but yeah, that was great. She killed that. No mic either. Good. Yeah. Just yelled it. Just perfect.
It was funny when I was off to the side with Trip and Trill, and I'm like, damn, I go to Trill. I'm like, I was like, talk about projection. I wish I did that. Like, I could do that. He was like, you can. You just have to. And like, he was breaking it down for me. It was so funny. I'm like, man.
I mean, there's an art to it, but at the same time, the acoustics in there are bad. So her actually doing it without a mic actually worked out.
Oh no, it worked out a lot. Like, it worked out better for her.
The way those speakers were set up, it's very hard to hear unless you're right in the front. If you're on the side, you're not gonna catch most shit. I realized that throughout the night. Mm-hmm. Now, what I was gonna say before is I'm trying to keep it professional. It was a great spot for me to perform. Mm-hmm. For the first time in 6 months. I don't think I would be going back. There were a couple of things, and I won't shout any people out, but I just didn't like right off the bat. So, yeah, when you got to ask constantly to get little details of the show that you should have possibly week and a half to a week prior, and that they're not there for you, and you have to chase people down, that kind of turns you off from the whole experience. Yeah. I'll say that much. So, still went off great. Danny did her thing. Mm-hmm. All the performers did their fucking thing. Also, Shayna Santiago was another person I mentioned. I saw her at the Mad Minds event. I remember her from there. Mm-hmm. She did great. She was dope. She had a crazy-ass poem. I didn't even know if she was going to sing or what, but she came with a poem and just ripped it. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm forgetting more people.
Yeah, I was talking to her off to the side. That was the one that when we were in the parking lot, right? And she was like, oh, I love Sade. Is that the same one?
Yeah.
She's cool as fuck.
She's very cool. Very cool.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was talking to her, and then Danny had said something about her singing. I was like, "Girl, you sing? What the fuck?"
Yeah, and that's the first thing that I noticed about her when I met her over there at the Mad Mind show. She was singing, and I was like, "Okay, word."
That's dope.
Yeah, she did her fucking thing.
She's cool as shit. I like her.
And I mean, that's it. I did my 2 songs, did my 1-2, chilled, hung out with everybody. It's good to see everybody again.
Yeah,
a couple people didn't make it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, good night. Successful night. Big turnout.
Yeah,
and, like I said, I don't know if I'll perform there. I'll definitely go if, my people's performing.
Yeah.
But, much love to everybody over there. You know what I mean? Good little dope spot over there, Keene.
Yeah. No, it was a dope show. As, like, somebody who, like, a spectator, but also, like, I do my own shows, Yeah, like you can kind of see a few things from the outside, and then finding out like the little things from the inside. It's like, oh yeah, you got to do better. Yeah. But it's a trial and error.
It's a trial and error. And you know,
trial and error.
And the cool thing is that we do end up meeting some new acts. Like last 2 weeks we met Benny.
Yeah.
The one act that impressed me, that was a newer act that I met. I didn't get to meet him, but I saw him there. Prince Hill.
Oh yeah, I got to meet him and talk to him, and then SB.
He'll be remember SB as well. So I think Prince Hill will be mine if you don't know for the night. One of them.
Do it. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I forgot.
Well, I called that nigga so.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, no, but Prince Hill was dope. Cause the We Are Jersey crew came out, B, Q, and David. So I was chilling with them most of the night because you were in your
absolutely.
Danny was hosting. You were in your performer mode. Everybody was kind of like split up and shit.
I know. I didn't like that because they told me as soon as I got there, like, yeah, artist couch is right there. Sit down. I'm like, okay. And then I saw you in the corner. I'm like, no. And then I texted you. I was trying to get your attention. I wanted you to sit with me and everything like that. I was like, I'm out here in the corner.
I know. I missed your messages. I didn't really check my phone like that, and I was also drinking. But I didn't know if I could sit on the couch, so I didn't want to get in trouble and shit. So whatever, I walked past you to go to the bathroom. You're like, you need to check your phone, nigga. Like the fuck.
Yo, when you walked back and when you came out of there and you gave me the finger as you walked by, like it was a playful middle finger, but you were looking at me, and when you did your finger thing, the people that were behind you saw it, and then everybody looked at me while I'm laughing. But it looked like you were an angry girlfriend, and you just, like, I tried to get your attention.
Really?
And you just gave me the finger and walked away. So I'm sitting there looking like I got shit on my face.
I didn't know.
I'm there with the I just ate ass face while you're walking past me with the middle finger. Like, I'm trying to get a hug. I have my hands extended. Like, yo. And you just walk by like, fuck you. And everybody behind you in the first row is looking at me now like, yo, this nigga pissed her off.
I did not know that.
That happened, yeah.
You didn't, like, piss me off.
No, I know you didn't.
You know the message you were like, oh, you standing there, like, looking like a weird, like looking a nerd or some shit. Dork.
Like, I was just trying to get you to come over here. So then you walk by me, go to the bathroom. As you walk away, you give me the finger. So everybody's thinking that, okay, this must be a boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're fighting. Like, she just gave him the finger, like, oh, he's there looking like an idiot.
It was not that at all.
No, I know, but
it was just so funny. I didn't even think about it.
It's funny to see those people's reactions because they thought that I was, like, in a doghouse. They thought, like, oh, this nigga must have did something. He must have pissed this girl off.
No. God, that's funny. I didn't even think of it like that. I thought, like, I was just being funny. That was it. Shit, I was going to say something, though. But it was dope, though. It was
dope. And then, shout out to Yost as well and Nina that came through. Nina got some dope-ass pictures of me. Thank you, Nina.
No, she is fucking, me and Danny were talking about Nina. She was like, she was like, yo, she's fucking, she's doing it out here.
She's out here, man. And now I just got to shout her out as well because, is it Nina Nichelle?
Nina Nichelle.
Nina Nichelle is now the, she's got her other IG personal one, but now she's on as, oh my God, what is it? I can't even find the name. Is it Nina Nichelle, at Nina Nichelle?
Yeah.
All right, Nina Nichelle. That is her photography page from now on. So she's getting her photography game on. It's the same camera that I got, the Nikon. So I got to be taking tips from her, like pointers and shit.
Yeah, because she's still learning and shit.
Yeah, and the pictures are looking fucking great. So I'm trying to catch up to her, man. So shout out to her. And yeah, overall it was a good night. Anything else?
I forgot to. No, what? I just remembered again. No, I took some pictures, just to like a couple, because I brought the camera. I'm like, I'm not really in the mood to do this, and Troy was like, yeah, I don't think I'm in the mood to take videos. But then once, like, our people came up, I was like, all right. So I got some good shots. I just have to, like, finish those.
Yeah, it felt weird performing again. I got to say that, man. After 6 months. But I really felt like, yo, this is what I love doing.
Yeah.
Like, I was just back in my element. And after I got off that stage, like, I just felt all the stress in the world. Everything that I had been building up inside me for the past 6 months just washed away, like, instantly.
No, it was good.
Like, it was amazing, man. Like, I just went up there, spoke about how I was going through shit, and kind of just let it all out right there. And I felt like those two songs, Blow My High and Can't Stop the Rain, were like the perfect therapy release for me.
They were.
And then everybody just showed me love afterwards, and I'm just letting everybody know, like, yeah, it's my first time in 6 months. Just felt great. Like,
yeah, Q made a comment to me on Tuesday because we had that photo shoot. Q was saying, he was like that even with like the time off, pretty much like you can see like whenever you perform, even with that time off, that you love doing it. Like you love the art of it and you're like so into it.
Yeah, it's a passion, man. Definitely, I see it that way.
I know B was kind of mad, like, damn, I thought guests would be here and like perform. But that was it, because we finally got B out the fucking house.
Yeah, it's great, because seeing B come out is very, you know, she even got out the car slow. So when I saw, I was like, oh, she's inching her way over here.
Nah,
because she must have been tired.
Oh, there she is.
No, because I know she worked hard as fuck, so I know she's tired.
Nah, remember when you were like, oh, tell them to like take a picture of where they at, right? So then when I text her that, and then you were like, oh, there they are. She saw it maybe like 20 minutes later when we finally walked in and we're in the corner. She was like, what were you trying to say? She was like, what picture? I'm like, no, because we couldn't find you.
So we're like, take a picture where you at so we can find you.
We were trying to find you.
And then she was in the furthest fucking parking spot away from everything. And I was like, all right, I know what y'all doing. That's cool.
No, but it was good to see David, because I've seen.
Hell yeah, man.
Like, me and B talk a lot. Q, like, we're starting to work together on some shit. And then it was cool to see David. We were talking. He's like, all right, so what's the next step for you?
Yeah. I like those talks. I like getting in with those people.
Love it.
I like getting into talks with creatives just about whether we're doing something or whatever they're doing. Like, it's always nice to catch up with people.
Yeah, or like just wanting, like just being creative.
Yeah, because you like to be around that, and it kind of motivates you and inspires other people. And like, if you're ever talking to someone and they don't have something going on, just to be like the little light or the spark that inspires them to do something is a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got something going on. Everybody in there is an entrepreneur of some sort that has something going for them, and they're trying to just like do or just get this shit started. So when they're around other creatives, you really feel like the energy. It's all positive. It's all love. Everybody's talking about, yo, what you up to? What you doing? If we can collaborate, even better. But it's just a beautiful thing to be around all those people that have something going on for themselves besides their regular life.
Yeah, no,
like, it's very cool.
It's for sure. Cool thing and then when I was talking to David about it, and then I was telling him, I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I've been writing on and off for so long, like, you know, telling him about the next level. He's like, well, what do you want to do? So I was talking about like the directing, the videos, blah blah blah, whatever. And he was like, all right, so your next step is like producer. I was like, I didn't think about that, but yeah, I guess so.
That's your next step.
I guess so.
In what way? Producer, as far as?
I don't know.
What are you producing?
Words. Everything. I mean, I don't know.
Like, not beats though.
No, not beats. No.
Producing.
Not like producer like that, but like a producer, like.
I'm telling you, we got to get you in a director's chair for one of these videos. I'm inching my way to asking Saint, let me do a video for you. But I really want to get this Ron video out the way.
You should.
I am. I'm taking the whole day tomorrow and Saturday to finish the rough draft and bring it over to him. Because as we were discussing, we have a few ideas for how to finish this Ghost video. So, and they're really good. Yeah. I've discussed some ideas with other people involved, so I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, because I mean, because that's what I was telling David. I'm like, I can come up with a treat if I hear a song. Like, sometimes it's like not voluntary, but like I can think of like maybe half a treatment, like just on the spot. Like, I'll just kind of envision it. So
we can pause real quick. But did you see all the clips from this video?
No. No, let's do the pod first. You had your chance to show me all that. We could do that after.
I was going all over the place.
Any last thoughts on this show?
No, that's it. Much love to him going forward. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if I'm going to perform there. I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, and I have a history of just getting into weird things whenever I'm at shows, and not altercations, but weird meetings with people and weird energy with certain people. And I feel like I got that night from the people at the show, certain people that run the show.
Yeah.
And when I get that feeling, I'm out. There's other places, and I did what I did there.
It's not really the place for it. That's why.
Yeah, no, it's not the best place. It was a spot to perform that we saw that was good, but little things like increase in prices, or things like failure of promotion, failure to get back at people, after a while, that just kind of rubs you the wrong way, to the point where it's just like, all right, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not.
No love lost.
I'm not a fan.
Still a good show.
Because I mean, like, check, it's not perfect, but
right.
It took me a long time to get into like a good flow. But I also host my own shows.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I'm doing more than he would.
You're putting in a little more work than other shows.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm in a place to judge, because I do a lot more. But then I also feel like if you're not hosting, then maybe you would be able to do more then.
Agreed.
So I don't know, but I mean, it's trial and error. He'll figure it out.
It's still a young showcase.
Yeah, it's still brand new.
Ain't nobody perfect.
My closing thought on this is:
keep these ghetto, goofy bitches away from me, please.
Please. Please.
All right.
Please.
Other than that, my week has been pretty quiet. Daddy daycare remains. I'm doing my thing. Yeah. Shit is wild. Shit is wild. Fatherhood is tough. That's all I can say, man. It's always something every week. I'm learning more and more about my kids every week. The baby is now at a point where he throws himself on the floor and like makes you pay attention to him. He'll kick and scream. He'll knock shit over. He'll bump his head on purpose. He just run. He'll bump his head like this, roll over, bump it again, just to get my attention. So now it's the point where like I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm ignoring you. Cry it out. And then when he finally sees it, he's just like. Hands out. I'm like, all right, man. All right, bro. All right.
Oh, no.
So it's just, he's trying to learn. He thinks he knows what to do to get my attention. He's now
year and a half, almost. No, it's
almost a year and a half.
Yeah, almost
a year and a half.
Yeah,
almost a year and a half now. Next.
He hit his
next
terrible
month he'll
twos
be
early then.
You could say so. Yeah, he's everything but talking. He is.
That's gonna be rough.
He's a wild boy. He's a wild boy. He's gonna be something else.
Was AJ bad?
AJ he had his terrible twos like anybody else, but I think maybe it's just because I don't remember him as much when he was that age. But I feel like this guy's like a lot more wilder.
Yeah. Would you say that's more him, like you, in that, or her?
It's funny because my oldest definitely looks more like her, acts like me. The youngest looks like me, acts like her.
I knew. I figured.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Lord.
But hey, it's all good. Yeah. It's all good. We're working through it. I'm definitely learning a lot more than I thought I would about these kids during quarantine. So that's cool in itself.
No, of course.
Yeah. So getting to really be a dad has been dope. I'm seeing all the little moments and stuff. And now my kid's doing my oldest is doing the school on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
So he wakes up super fucking early, on the bus by 8 a.m., makes it back home at 1 p.m., and then has to do virtual learning for the rest of the day, like for another 2 hours.
It's weird.
And it's super weird. He's there, like, it's just, I drop him off, and he has to get on the bus with his mask on. And I'm just like, dude, this is wild.
Yeah, my I'm trying to think. My little cousin,
and then they have to wear the mask at school, mandatory on at all times.
My little cousin, I'm trying to think. I think I don't know if he's going to school, but I know, like, I was just at my aunt's house. I told you, right?
Yeah.
And then, but, like, it's funny because she has, like, his, like, school schedule on just, like, in the living room.
Yeah, it's on his room, yeah.
Yeah, she has a school schedule, like, the time, the period, all that shit. So I think it's all online because I was talking to her about it. I was like, oh, how's it been? And because my nephew is there now with her, he has to be, like, the furthest corner of the apartment. And it's not, like, a huge apartment, so he has to make sure, like, he gets his quiet because it's the Zoom thing.
Right, exactly, the Zoom shit. And it's weird. It's just seeing these kids doing this stuff. I mean, I know he's 10. He's old enough. He knows how to work this shit. But it's just really crazy seeing how different it is from us. I mean, I knew that school would be different from when I was a kid. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm sure when I have kids, school will be different. But I never imagined it would be like this.
It's weird. Yeah. It's weird. Juan's little sister, she's, I think, a senior. Yeah, she should be a senior now. She's just online classes. That's it, I think. So I feel like I think she's staying out. I don't know if she's in New York or she's with my brother-in-law in Virginia. So. It's
super awkward. So today we're hanging out, and it's funny actually. Maybe not funny, but he finished his class early because he's like, oh, it's he told me it's like something, it's whatever. So the teachers are talking it out. There's no real assignment. So I'm like, all right, we go on Netflix. We got nothing to do. I'm there with the baby, and we randomly just put on a movie I haven't seen in ages that I thought he would like. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
I love that movie.
Yo, and it's like, it's one of those movies that I hadn't seen since I was younger. So now that I see it now, I know there was adult themes in it. Yeah. But I didn't know how adult it was until you watch it with a 10-year-old.
That one's more adult than the first one, I think.
The second one's more adult, I think. But
wait, no, Pet Detective. Wait, no, I'm
thinking. The first one. It's the first one.
The second one is more because him and Monica from Friends, like, full out, like.
That's the first one.
That's the first one?
That's the first one.
Miami Dolphins, that's the first one?
That's the first one.
Oh, yeah, the second one.
With Ray Finkles. The second one's when he travels, goes to, like, Africa or some shit.
That's the second one.
The guano.
Yeah.
So
actually, there's some sex in that one, too.
There is. So the first one, what I completely forgot is the first one, the movie starts with him dressed as the package delivery guy. Yeah. He shows up to the guys and switches the dog. Mm-hmm. So he delivers the dog back to, I guess, the guy, the kidnapper's ex-wife. Mm-hmm. Hot girl. Yeah. Says, how can I repay you? And and she kisses him. Right, I forgot about that. So she's like, can't take your pants off. He's kissing him, can't take your pants off. He's like, yeah, sure. So you just see a shot of her and him waist up. She just goes down, you hear his pants unzip, and then he grabs, and you don't see it, like a bar or something at the top, and he's just swinging. He's like, whoa.
But he still has his pants on.
I guess so, but you can't tell. She's just down there, and he's swinging around. Like, people are really friendly around here.
Yeah.
And my kid's looking at me, and I'm looking at him like, oh, shit, I forgot. Oh. And we're just like, all right, next scene. And we didn't talk about it. We just kind of went forward.
No, there's a few scenes in that one.
And the next scene where he's actually getting to bang Monica and her friends, I had to fast forward that because I didn't want to see that. I was like, yeah, we can fast forward this scene.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I mean, they don't show anything.
They don't
but
show
like
anything,
the animals are like
the animals are going up and down.
Yeah.
And then there's the shot of after the sit's done and they're in bed and they're both like tired. She's like, again? You want to go again? And he just hops on her. I had to fast forward that whole part.
Yeah.
But everything else he saw and we laughed. He loved that fucking. Now he's a Jim Carrey fan.
Oh, he's amazing.
So now I told him we got to see a second one. He's like, there's a second one? I'm like, yeah, there's a second one.
The second one, I don't think it's as bad.
Couple funny moments in it. Oh, but like bad is in like bad for kids?
Sex, yeah, the bad for kids. But there's some, like when he's
caught like jacking over fucking the chick, I think.
Yeah, I think it was the princess, and like the whole thing, like everybody chases him out because she's not a virgin anymore. Yeah. And then no, but that scene with the not shower rod, but like when he's hanging and shit in the living room, I always thought that was funny because I kind of already knew what it was when I first watched it. And I just remember like, but he still has his pants on, and and I was the youngest. Everybody's looking like, the fuck? How do you know? I'm like, well, he still has his pants on.
Well, I don't think you could tell he had his pants on. The way the camera worked,
because you still see the belt and everything, I think.
Oh, I guess I didn't see that when he's swinging. Yeah. Okay, I didn't catch that. I just thought it was really funny. I was like laughing my ass off, and at the same time looking at him.
Hilarious. Oh yeah, no, that's awkward.
Yeah,
that's awkward.
So it's like I remember like these old movies like. It's little shit like that. Everything else was fine. Everything else was funny as fuck. Like, we had a good time. That silly humor that Jim Carrey's known for. My kid loved it. Because the only other movie he's seen with Jim Carrey was The Grinch and Liar Liar. So he already liked Jim Carrey. So it was like, that was natural. So when I told him the second one, I'm like, we got to find it. I don't know what streaming service has that movie. I'm going to have to find it.
I know the first one's on Netflix. The second one, I have no idea. No, but it's funny. I can imagine him doing like, alrighty then, like AJ.
Oh my! And it's funny because the more he kept doing it during the movie, AJ would like be like, alrighty then. I was like, oh no, I see it now. He's just gonna say that all the time. He kept laughing every time he would say. He's like, alrighty then.
I mean, would you prefer? Oh my god, I almost choked on.
And then at one point we stopped the movie, funny. And I found out I'm like, all right, this kid's pretty smart because he's like, hey dad, I was thinking. I think that lieutenant has something to do with the kidnapping. I was like, really? Why do you think that? He's like, I don't know. The way Jim Carrey just kind of exposed the whole killing of that guy and the way she got mad and tried to kick him out, I think she has something to do with it. I'm like, we'll see.
Smart.
Yeah, he caught on real quick.
That was good.
I was impressed. I was like, you're right. 10-year-old me wouldn't have seen that.
Spoiler alerts.
No, sorry. Yeah, spoiler alert if you didn't see it. Fucking Ray Finkel is Einhorn, all right? Einhorn is Finkel.
No, but did you have to fast forward when she's a man?
No, that part I kept it on there.
Oh, okay.
Even the part where
that's not that big of a deal.
Even the part where she knew she was caught, and he told her like, yeah, you ever heard of Ray Finkel? And she made out with him, and then like she made out with him on the desk.
Yeah.
And then he's like, your gun is digging into my hip.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh yeah. That part was funny too. We just laughed at that.
No, it's so funny. No, because I'm thinking, what was it? The scene where like she has her legs closed, so it's kind of like she would be tucking it in, and then he turns her around. That shit was so funny.
He laughed when he said he found Captain Winky. That shit had me dying.
Again, Captain Winky.
He found Captain Winky.
Forgot about that. Lord.
That was a great fucking movie, man. But no, it was just dope. Yeah, the way he caught that shit was great. And that made the movie better because like, all right, I got a smart kid. Yeah. I'm like, got to find the second one, so you'll love it, and just enjoyed it. So that was it really.
Yeah.
Quiet week, just
trying
dope.
To think. Other than I pretty much had a quiet week. Tuesday, a little bit of family shit, and then had a photo shoot with Millie Maid, formerly known as C Millie.
Coochie money make the coochie go. Woo, woo.
Bird Talk will be available everywhere. Her debut project.
Is that what's called Bird Talk?
Bird Talk.
I was talking to Lord Trill about her
Watch out with that.
We were talking about it randomly, and then I mentioned I kept singing that song because it was stuck in my head. It was a dope song. What's the name of the song? It's just Whoop. There you go.
Whoop, whoop.
Money make the coochie go. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. I like that song.
She has the next video should be dropping shortly.
That's what's up.
The photo shoot that we did, it's for EPK that's going to be I'm working on currently. And then she has another video working in the works too. So this bitch is working out here. But like I was saying, Bird Talk is going to be available everywhere on September 29th.
Hey,
that debut project has gone through so many changes, titles, concepts, everything. I mean, it changes when
you're finding yourself as an artist.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
And then when how your life affects, your life as an artist, your personal life. That's what I mean.
Because she's definitely had a few things. Not even to get into it, but she's had a few things happen to her.
Yeah, we've talked about it on here.
But I'm glad that she's pushed through it. I'm glad she stayed strong throughout it. I think it's been last time I saw her was at the Mad Minds event, that same one. So yeah, I'm glad to see that she's working and that she's staying strong.
Yeah,
pretty much throughout everything. Man. Shout out to her.
We haven't been able to really catch up like that. Tuesday I had a whole bunch of shit going on, so when I got there I was just like, fuck, I'm sorry, I wasn't late or anything.
You were drained.
Yeah, I was just drained. I was just because I was wearing just regular clothes. I'm like, I wanted to at least wear dress up for this. I mean, I was just being there taking pictures and shit. Q was the main, but then I was really there to just discuss shit. But Q was like, if you want to take some shots, whatever. But it was pretty dope. I finally got to take some shots.
Oh, you took some shots?
Yeah.
Hey, all right, but you was in regular clothes.
No, I was in sweats and shit. But for me, it was a work thing because I had the family thing that I had to get up early for and shit. So I'm like, you know what? I was like, I'll have time to come back home and change. I had no time.
Oh, did you pose?
Huh? No, I didn't. No, I took the shots.
Oh, I thought you said you actually. Oh, okay.
No. He was like, oh, do you want to shoot? And I was like, all right. And then he left. He had to leave, so he left me with his cameras.
I thought you was in there.
No.
Okay, all right.
And then I got to see what my next, I guess, project or venture with We Are Jersey, in that same building. It's a music studio, which, when as time progresses and everything gets settled, and I actually get more information, I'll be on here promoting it and shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. All right, so
I think that might be my next.
That's the next venture?
The next venture. What I've been fucking trying to do, the whole A&R thing. But other than that, it's been not a quiet week at all, but it's been all right, I
Somewhat. Guess. Bullshit as always.
Yeah. It's bullshit at the wrong time. I don't. Yeah.
Right, that's been our thing. It's our MO, bullshit at the wrong time.
Yeah, because I have so much more. I mean, besides work shit going on, just family and personal shit going on at the same time.
Right.
That it's I'm not here for it. I'm just not. It's exhausting.
But when is anybody ever there for it? You know what I mean? It always comes at the inopportune time, and It's always something you don't want to deal with, but you kind of have to because it's family involved.
Well, no, not that. I'm saying the outside.
Oh, the outside shit.
The outside
Okay,
shit.
Well, then that's just inopportune. And sometimes you don't have to deal with it, but sometimes you do have to deal with that. And it's just a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah. I'm never, I try not to, especially as I get older, I try not to deal with it.
Right.
Because the only way that I know how to deal with things is not, what is it called? Not on brand.
Yeah, it doesn't fit.
I mean, my name is Shug, but it's not on brand.
It's not on brand. I agree with you completely. A lot of shit. I'm learning now as I get older that I don't owe people an explanation if I don't want to fuck with them.
No.
I'm old enough to be like, yo, I'd just rather not. That's it. It ain't got to be no beef. It ain't got to be no ill will. We can still be cool and see everybody. But if I want to talk to you, I don't got to talk to you.
Yeah, because those names, when I was with Millie Maid, this is somebody who I've known for some time because we work together. She also knows the people that I have had dealings with, and she brought up one of them, and she was like, "Well, damn, who we friends with? Do I got to cut her off too, or some shit like that?" And I told her, I was like, "No, it's very different. This one is just at some point you just got to move on with your life."
Yeah, move on. I'm not with the kid games. It ain't some high school shit. We're gonna be going back and forth and involving other friends and try to click shit up and fix it. No, no. I'm not forced to have to be around you. Well, I kind of, I guess, depending on where we're at, but
I feel like we can be in the same area.
We absolutely can. That's what being grown up is all about. That doesn't have to be fights. This ain't no ghetto bullshit. Like, we just got to fight on sight. Like, no. Like, we're grown up. We're mature people. We're not fucking savages out here. Like, we can conduct ourselves in a proper way.
Yeah, but if I were to deal with it, it would be in a very savage way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Everybody get push that level and turn into ugliness, but we don't want to get to that level.
So
like, it does us no good.
Yeah, that's the only real way I know how to deal with shit. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not.
And it really shows that's really growing up. That's the part of growing up in my eyes. Like, when you can handle that shit in a more mature way. Yeah, fuck yeah. Look, you know what it is. Come on, son. That's all a part of growing up, for real. Like, I've learned that in the past couple of years, and it's taken a lot out of me to learn that shit. You know? So it's a big thing. It's a big thing when you can do that. And when I see other people do it too, I commend them for that, because it takes a lot nowadays to really not have to punch people in the face.
Yeah. Because I just don't. Sorry, I was like taking a sip, and it was like the bottom is like extra sour and shit.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, whew.
I'm getting there myself.
Okay, my bad. But I feel like it just takes so much more energy unnecessarily to
block people away.
Huh?
To block people away, to push them away. Or to ignore
them? No, I mean, maybe because I just ignore, like, effortlessly. No, it's like,
you do.
It's a talent of mine. No, to have to try to, like, fix things. I don't need to fix things.
Yeah, not everything needs to be fixed.
And it's not a slight to anybody who's told me to fix things, like, certain things. It's just, why, like, we can move on. As adults, you move on. Like, I don't know why I have to heal somebody else. If I'm good, then why not just keep moving?
It's good. Like, nothing has to be said. Like, that's it. As long as you know, like, yo, whatever, whether it's beef or no beef, like, it's not gonna come to blows, and like, we can just coexist.
Yeah. We
can just be humans and just do our own thing. Like, if we're in a room full of like 40, 50 people, like we were, like, let's say, for example, outdoors at that showcase, if there happens to be somebody there, like, there's 49 other people you can hang with and associate with. Like, you don't have to worry about this one single person that you might have had friction with in the past.
Apparently,
you know what I'm saying? And that goes for anywhere that you see people. Like, that's just what it is. But enough about this, because it gets tiresome.
Yeah, it does. All right.
You want to break now? How much are we in?
30. But yeah, I was gonna say, let's break now, and we're gonna get into. Are we gonna name this, or just our live reactions? That's it. No, we don't really have to name the segment.
No, I mean, I like the live react. I like just react.
React. All right, so we're gonna take a break and then react.
I'm an indigenous person to this country. You shut up. Let me tell you instead of what your mama taught you. Let me tell you the truth. I'm the queen in this motherfucker. You understand me? You came from my color. Black make every color. You understand me? Black make every. Your people are going extinct. And that's why you're mad. You can't procreate. That's what eugenics was about. That's what eugenics, the Darwin theory, because y'all know the truth. I've been waiting to say this. I've been waiting to say this all my life. You're mad because only black people have the gene to procreate. And y'all know the truth. You come from me. A black person can make any color in Africa white with blue eyes and blonde hair just like you. Have a twin, one my color and one your color. It's called Esau and Jacob. You be quiet. Yeah, for real. And I got the promise to my people. And you mad. Because the promise is coming. You understand me? You can take me to jail. You're mad. Go ahead. Now let me let my people know the truth on this motherfucker.
All right, so we got a new segment on the show called React. Where either I or Sade will show me a video that we may not have seen on YouTube. Could be anything from music, politics, something funny.
Yeah.
And we just react to it. I had seen this, I think, 2 times prior. The name of the video is called California Queen. I don't have much context on it, but this woman was on a flight, don't know which airline, and she was told pretty much to get off. She was on her way to go to the bathroom, but she kind of started a scene.
Yeah.
And she was going at the white flight attendant who was telling her to go to the bathroom. She's like, no, I'll do it when I'm ready. And ended up getting kicked off the flight, and she just went into a whole tirade and basically was going at the other white woman who was trying to tell her to sit down and said, hey, your white privilege doesn't work here anymore. And it was the video was wild, man. It kind of reminded me of like the beginning of an album, you know, like an intro. I could see that being played out. Like, you got the recessive gene. I'm the dominant gene. You know, like we came from Africa. We can create any color.
I'm not. That's the thing. Like, she looked crazy as shit. She came off a little crazy. but what she was saying was not entirely
when
wrong.
she brought religion into it, I saw people kind of like roll their eyes.
Yeah, because nobody want, like I kind of rolled my eyes too.
When
like,
you said the corona shit is just because God's coming for his people, I'm like, all right, that you might have lost everybody there.
You lost me, that's for sure.
Well, she was spitting some facts though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, she was for sure. She really was. It's just like bringing that up. It's like, you could have just kept it racial, and that's it.
Yeah, you could have just kept it racial.
I was cool. We were on the same page, baby.
You could have just kept it racial.
We were on the same page.
Yeah. It's funny. I've never heard anybody say that. You could have just kept it racial.
Yeah, when it's the other way around, they get real uncomfortable. Huh?
They get real uncomfortable.
Huh? No, let me stop. But no, I found the article on it. So they were asking her to just take her seat. That's it. I guess they were probably about to like take off or some shit.
And she wanted to use the bathroom.
Yeah, and then there's this whole thing. But when you were saying like pay attention to the flight attendant, she did kind of like, because she's talking to the woman, so she kind of like, you can see where she made the connection with that woman. Yeah. And then when she went to go talk to, California Queen, and then the woman decided to speak up, like probably like, defending like, oh, like blah, blah, blah. Like she's just saying, you're not listening, this and that. It's like, why are you getting involved?
Why are you getting involved?
Because you made a connection with her over like 2 seconds.
Granted, the California Queen was being a little bit
no, she was
a little bit rude and a little bit hasty, I guess, at the time. Yeah. But you're still not going to tell a grown woman to go do your business. Like, let her talk. She's dealing with the flight attendant. Yeah, the flight attendant did kind of provoke her by pushing her.
The pushing her.
Because she was trying to get past the woman.
Yeah.
It was on the way to the bathroom, but that's also where her seat is, so she can, like, strap in and sit down. That's where the stewardesses, sit down by the bathroom or in the back of the plane or front, wherever the hell it is. So, yeah, I could see where that caused an issue. Yeah. And everybody else was like, yo, come on. Like, you're fucking holding up the flight. Yeah. And I'm just confused if she was just why did it have to take so long? Maybe somebody was in there. It didn't seem like anybody was in there. Like, she was just trying to prove a point. She just didn't want to be told to do anything by any white people. Yeah. I think that's what it came down to.
I mean, like, this has been going on for so long, but once enough is enough, then yeah, it's enough.
I mean, I get it. No grown person wants to be told by another grown person what to do, especially if it involves going to the bathroom. Yeah. You're not going to tell especially a grown black woman, when she can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, no.
Like, come on now. Like, that was fucking wild.
And then to push her, and then, that was a little insane.
And then for her to get kicked out for that. And then she got her money's worth. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna go on a tirade and talk your shit knowing that you're going to get kicked off a plane, I'll do that shit. I would have done the same shit. Maybe not as racially.
Well, it's because but I would have said a bunch of shit. The flight attendant put her hands on her. Well, like not like she mushed her, like she pushed her like backpack or whatever. But it's funny when the cop comes over. Of course, they send over the black cop, and you see it like he's leaning on the thing. He was like, "I know." Like you see, he's agreeing. He's like,
"Sir, I'm a black queen." He's like, "No, I know, ma'am. I know.
I know." Like you see it. You don't gotta hear him.
I know, queen.
Oh, but I know.
Had it been a white guy, because there was also a white guy in the back. Had it been the white guy that came up to her first, that would have caused more trouble.
No, that they were smart in sending over the black guy. The black cop.
Is that crazy? Like, how do you think that worked? Do you think that they had a conversation beforehand, like, yo, you want to handle this? you want to take this one?
It's either like the white guy just looked over at the black cop, like, I think you
hey, Tyrone, you should probably go and take this one. She looks a little out there.
And the other one's just like, Bob, I got it.
Hey, Bob, look, I got this. It's cool.
I got this.
Chill, I got this. Excuse me, Queen.
I know, baby.
I know, Queen. Yeah, let's just get you off this flight right now. These white people would be crazy. Be tripping.
He definitely said that.
He's like, look, no, he could have just been like, look, I just work here. I just want to get you off this plane. Like, come on. Don't have me pull you off, because that's got to be a bitch. Because he had to walk from the front of the plane all the way to the back. If he had to drag her, that would have been the most annoying drag. She would have been kicking.
Oh yeah, she would have hurt mad people. Oh my God. Remember when? Oh, I just randomly thought about it, like the image. Remember when they, for some reason, I forgot what flight it was. United. I forgot what airplane it was. They dragged the. Oh, I'm
thinking about one. The Asian. I was waiting for you to say that. The Asian. Yeah. That was a crazy video.
And he I don't know how, but he started bleeding.
He was hit. He was fighting it's like those scenes in the movies where someone realizes that they're in a mental hospital and it's for them, and they get the straitjacket put onto them and they're kicking and screaming because they're two big white bald dudes and white scrubs come to pick them up. Yeah, that's what it felt like. That's what it would have been.
And like he didn't get knocked out, but you could just tell he was just like like as he's driving, like at one point he literally just like looked like he was dead for a second.
Because he probably bumped his head or something. Yeah,
I think he bumped his head. Yeah, and then he was bleeding. I remember that, but that shit was just crazy.
It's crazy. It's shit. And then you wonder, like, these are the same flights people take Ambience, people drink like crazy on these flights.
I feel like she was a little drunk, a little too much Chardonnay.
Possibly. You never know.
That's what it looked like.
You never know. It's hard to tell nowadays. That was a crazy ass video. I wanted you to see that.
That was wild.
That was wild. That was definitely something. Are we gonna have some type of like clip in there during the episode playing or what? How's that
I didn't know.
No, I wasn't sure if we can if we do that in post.
No, I can. I can do it in
post. It's a 5-minute video. Did you want me to see the other video now? Like we pause it now and then.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so we're gonna take another break and then do
especially
another live
after that goddamn XXL freshman fiasco.
Yeah,
that's what I call it now, freshman fiasco. That's
freshman
what that
fiasco.
was. Jesus Christ.
All right, break.
And we're back. All right, so we just saw the Big Sean video as well.
Yep.
ZTFO. Sade played that for me. Zen the fuck out on Big Sean's latest album, Detroit 2, which did hit #1 on the first week of release. So congratulations to him.
Yeah.
My initial thoughts: short video, dope with the whole Zen posing in the sky above the water. The first thing that popped in my head is like, yo, this is what happens when you get those type of chicks.
The Neo Soul.
What
is it? Earthy chicks.
Earthy, like super like
hippie.
Hip, in a sense, yeah. Like
that's not really hippie.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that, but you could tell Janae's influence is definitely in there.
Oh yeah, but like he's dealt with so much like mentally that
I think that was a big theme of the album too, like trying to find that peace after so much has gone on, like everything from like past breakups. Like, and it's crazy too because it's like I was thinking about it. Sean had his history with Naya Rivera, who passed away earlier this year. He then dated Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande ended up with Mac Miller afterwards. Mac Miller dies. Yeah. So it's kind of like all that shit because I know he felt some of that too.
I'm sure.
Because it sucks when because it's like the girl. It was. The homie after the girl you was with, you was just with her, and then you might think, oh, maybe there's some feelings there still, but then homie dies, and it's like, it's not even about you anymore.
Yeah, no, what was
That's
it?
That's a weird thing.
Because Ariana, when Mac died, who it just been 2 years, so rest in peace, Mac. She got a lot of like shit, not really like shit, but like a lot of like just stuff directed towards her after he died, and then so did Big Sean. Because it was rumored, and he never really cleared it then, but he cleared it after she died. That
after he died, or Naya died.
Naya, no, I'm talking about Naya and Big Sean. The song I don't fuck with you. Yeah, that it was about her, and he never really like cleared it up because there was a whole bunch. It was like mad drama with her. That he never really cleared it up with her about that, and then until after she died.
I mean, look, you could say that it wasn't about her, but I think at the time, everybody and their mama probably thought it was about her. And yeah, that's the polite thing to say. Like after she passed, like no, the song wasn't about her. It was about just whatever. I just wrote it.
In general, yeah.
In general, but at the time, it seemed like you were writing about her.
Yeah, because it was
It was an ugly breakup, from what I remember.
No, it was. It was like a lot of like just bullshit.
Yeah, and not that we're guys of podcast, but yeah, it just seemed that way at the time.
Yeah, it did.
So for him to say like he cleaned it up really well, saying no, and he wished her well, of course, because I'm sure there was still some love there between the two of them, regardless of what was going on in their relationship or the aftermath of it. And he moved on, she moved on, I guess. Not to make a joke or whatever, but she moved on in relationship wise. Like she did her own thing, she had her kid. Yeah. Like she was living her life, not like that. So, but video wise, I think it was dope, short. I appreciate this the special effects.
It was really dope. I like it.
It was dope. It's a lot of camera work.
It made me think of like, okay, this is what it is. Like, these are the videos now that we're getting. Cause like
very, very low budget.
Yeah.
Like at his backyard.
Yeah, but like still good. But these like the quarantine, like with Popstar.
Yeah, this is what you do when you're limited. And don't get me wrong, Popstar was a very, very expertly done video. Definitely didn't people there was no mask. That shit was them motherfuckers didn't believe in Corona. No. When they did that video. That's for damn sure. Not at all. Like I don't know if the camera crew were the only ones that had masks on at that time, but that video itself, there was no Corona. You would have thought they didn't believe in Corona. You would have thought it was done before Corona.
Unless they tested everybody, so there was no mask.
You would hope so. It's a lot of testing there.
Because if you think about it, with that video, if they didn't get charged or some type of like questioning from like an official government type thing, then they probably were like, hey, like they probably did get questioned, but like, hey, no, everybody was tested. These are their results.
Yeah.
Because it could have been as simple as that, because something like what one of the topics is the Travis Scott thing.
Yeah.
Something was going to say, if nobody was tested and it was kind of like, you got me, that would have been on the news everywhere.
I agree.
Like Justin Bieber, blah, 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 pops Drake's music video, everybody, blah, blah, blah.
And that happened actually recently with Travis. That's why Travis ended up getting fined for like showing up at a McDonald's and massive amounts of people showing up. And like it was, I guess the charge was you had a large crowd. Yeah, large crowd. And no permit for it. Yeah. So yeah, shit like that.
It's large. It was probably like a large crowd, no permit, which is even before COVID, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then also they probably like no mask. Well, wear their mask or no?
At that where he showed up, I don't even think so. I think people just popped up. It could have been
probably like an extra on top.
There's fucking kids showing up, so the kids aren't gonna fucking have no mask. And Travis, he stepped out. He didn't have a fucking mask on. I'm sure. So yeah, a lot of people are taking it way too. What's the word? Carelessly. Yeah. They're treating this shit way too carelessly. Damn, you yawning like a motherfucker.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I was yawning a little bit too before.
It's the Colombian food. Sorry.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I don't even fucking eat. I'm gonna eat. I feel bad. I'm gonna eat at like 1 a.m. when I get home.
That's why. No, because you know how many times like where I'll be like, fuck, I'm starving. I don't get to eat until when you leave. So that's why I start. No. But it's just because I know like if I eat too late, if I miss like my window, I don't want to eat right before the pod. And I ate hours before the pod, and I'm still feeling it.
I hate binge eating at fucking 1, 2 in the morning.
Oh, it's so bad.
When I just want one snack, and I know I should just down a bottle of water and just call it a night. My ass ends up making up. Yeah, my ass ends up making up so many different things in the fridge. I'll just look and just try to coordinate something. The other night, for the life of me, ran out of bread. Ended up making a sandwich with waffles.
Really?
Yeah. Ended up making a sandwich with waffles. Made my own little fucking McGriddle.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. Made my own McGriddle.
Kind of good.
That sounds crazy. So it's like it's weird when you're up at 1, 2 in the morning, just scrolling through Instagram on one hand, and you're frying 2 eggs, and the other.
No, there are times like I think last week I had to do that. I made eggs and turkey bacon after you left because I was fucking starving. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, see,
I'm so hungry.
It's weird. It's just it's weird.
Yeah. No, I started. I was gonna say I started fasting because of that, because now that I'm back at work, and now like not that now that we're doing the pod late, but I'm just trying to control like, okay, let me not eat so fucking late, because granted like Thursday nights into Friday mornings I'm editing, so I'm up anyway. So I'm like, nah, let me not do that. So if like I'll like after you leave, I'll try to just drink water, maybe edit, or just take a nap, wake up early, and then edit. So I'm trying to like get myself into that. So with working, got my gallon of water. So I'm just like, all right, if it's not between 12 and 8, that's it. I can't eat.
I'm trying, man. The worst thing about I love water, but the worst thing about it, obviously we can all agree on, is the constant peeing.
I'm behind the bar making margaritas, and I'm here like pouring. I was pouring the Casamigos, and I'm looking at it like, fucking bitch, I gotta pee.
Yeah.
I'm just like holding
it's the worst.
The shaker cup, and it's like just watching it. I'm like, fuck. And Remy's like, what happened? I'm like, I gotta pee. I really have to pee.
Yo, it's really the worst. It's really the fucking worst.
That shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to binge eat tonight, but I end up finding so many random snacks, and I make shit with them. Just get that look. Your stomach hates you at 2 in the morning when you try to do that shit.
Yeah, like it'll be like a bullshit fast. Like I'll have not the Naked Juices, but the other brand.
I don't know any other brand besides that.
Or something like it. When you go to ShopRite, when you see the Naked Juices, there's like something next to it that's like a bigger bottle. You'll see it, whatever. So then I have I just show you. I have like 3 in the fridge. So I'll drink that if it's like really getting bad, if the water doesn't help or coffee doesn't help. But it's usually just water.
No, it never does, man. It never does. And then my dumb ass, like, I'll smoke late night, and then I'll get hungry, and then I gotta eat something.
Yeah.
See, that's the worst. But on the other hand, I am pretty excited. I am very happy for myself, and I deserve a round of applause.
What? You want me to applause first, or?
No, I gotta say it first. Yeah. But since quarantine has started, March, your boy has lost 20 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, shit, wrong one. Wrong one. That was not a cap. He wasn't capping. forgot I changed.
Yo, that was so disrespectful. So that yo, you couldn't have picked a worse fucking soundbite.
That was actually, wasn't that your idea?
Not to, yeah, when someone's lying.
No,
I didn't lie, nigga. What the fuck? Yo,
I didn't mean
you're making me look bad right now.
No, I did the round of applause. I'll do it another one.
I'm glad we weren't on camera right now because as I said that and you were gonna hit the button, I did this like I was fucking happy for myself. I was flexing. I lost 20 pounds, flex, and then cap. He's capping. Fuck you.
I really didn't.
Oh, that's a clip right there. Fuck you. I hate you.
Oh, that was so funny.
Nah,
I hit
nigga,
the
I lost.
one. No, I forgot I changed it around.
Yeah, you did. Conveniently.
Sorry.
Nigga, I lost 20 fucking pounds, man. Just doing my workouts,
shit.
man. I did not expect that. Yeah, I went to my mom's because I'm like, I'm only gonna use one scale at my mom's house. I just go there. I went like, yeah, March, April, right before shit happened, and I weighed myself, and I was at 198. And I knew I was feeling chunky. I was feeling a little bit. And it was the photo shoot we did at We Are Jersey that I did the photo shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Those photos were my motivation to lose weight.
Really?
Yes, because I noticed as I looked comfortable. I did the interview. I wore blue jeans and I wore like a long sleeve black shirt that didn't exactly fit me, but I still felt kind of bloated, I guess to say. Yeah. And I saw those videos and I'm like, my face was kind of puffy. I'm like, yo, I look cool, but I gotta do some work. And then and there, I just started working out more. I kind of just kept drinking water, forgot everything else, and just stayed with it. And I went to my mom's this past weekend. Boom, I'm at 178. I'm like, yo, nice. This is fucking amazing. And I feel better, minus the knee injury. I feel like $1,000,000.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get nice, And then I'm randomly like on IG today, I'm scrolling, fucking Chris Rock, 55 years fucking old, and I see a picture of him with his shirt up showing his abs. This nigga got a 6-pack and got the shits on the side.
Oh damn.
And I'm like, yo, what am I doing with myself?
Holy
shit. I see shit like that and I get motivated. I'm like, if that's a 55-year-old nigga's doing that, I gotta fucking look.
He also has a lot of time and money, but yeah.
Fair enough, but yeah, he probably got a personal trainer and nutritionist and all that, but still, he put the time in.
Yeah.
And I'm in quarantine, so I got nothing but time.
Yeah, and I think that's what because I was really trying to get back to my my normal weight and how what I like for myself before quarantine. Then quarantine hit, made it even fucking worse. Even when I'm like, okay, this is my plan, this is what I'm doing. Because I used to work with this guy and I helped him, I even wrote up a contract for him and everything. He was gonna start hhis personal trainer fitness thing, and he's going to school right now for the nutrition, but he would help me I guess practice on me. We never went to the gym together, but he would be like, hey, these are this is what I'm eating, this is my meal plan. I was like, oh shit, well how about I'll try that. And then we ended up doing a contest too. We had one cheat day and it just sucked because our cheat day I think was Sunday. I forgot what day our cheat day was.
No, actually not. I'm lying.
Well, yeah, it was so our cheat day was Sunday. Or I forgot what day it was. But if it was a week, we did this for maybe 2-3 weeks, I forgot. But cuz I know within 2 weeks I lost 15 pounds.
Really?
But this is me eating 6 times a day, just
right, yeah,
and
that's
I didn't meal prep all the time, but this is when I was just working. I was a manager. I was working my 50 hours.
6 small meals, right?
6 small meals.
Yeah, that's tough.
No, it is tough. As somebody, I don't eat that much, and that's the fucked up thing is I don't eat that much. But I'm if I don't take care of myself, then it just kind of, or if I eat too late. So what is it called? So check it. If check it fell on it was a week, I would tell him yo, I can't. I'm like, it's check it.
There's so much going on.
I can't. I don't even get to eat. So you mean to tell me that it wasn't about the eating 6 times. It was just, you got to put up $10 for every time you cheat.
And put it
outside of the cheat day. Well, we never actually paid each other. Well, I lost, even though I lost 15 pounds. I never paid him anything. I don't know how I got myself out of that because he was gaining up on me Like no, I mean like he had like 3 strikes against him, but what fucked me up was check it, because technically if you can't really drink because drinking is not great. It has to be like vodka and soda. I was drinking Malas Sucias. That's like mad sugar and
a lot of shit. Yeah.
So I couldn't. Whiskey is not the most healthy.
Not to mention like empty calories. Like if it's beer, beer is empty calories. That's why I can't even like finish a whole beer. Like this is a lot for me.
Yeah.
Just do 1 bottle of beer. Like I've trained my mind at the point to like, all right, it's empty calories. Does you no good. It's a cheat meal if anything.
Yeah, I stopped drinking beer, stopped drinking soda. That's why I've been drinking so much club soda lately.
Okay, that explains it. Yeah, you're right.
And it's funny because I fucking hated seltzer water. I thought that was the most
I don't know how you do it, yo. It
thing.
is. It really is.
Nah, and I don't know what
yours
it is.
Yours is flavored.
Huh? No, that was because that was my first time getting into flavors.
Got you.
So like the past couple weeks or the past month or whatever. But I've only been drinking club soda lately, like water, club soda, sometimes the juice or like one of those naked things. But fucking I thought that shit was so disgusting. My sister used to drink it all the time. She's like, "Oh, this club soda." I'm like, "Man, bitch, I'm walking to 7-Eleven." The fuck?
Club soda never was appealing to me. I hated it.
But for some reason, I love it now. I got one in the fridge. I got a few in the fridge.
That's crazy. That's how I felt about tomatoes. I never liked them shits. And pickles, too. Never liked them. Now
Pickles I'm cool with. Tomatoes I'm cool with.
I go to the supermarket and get the baby dill pickles, and I'll just randomly at night grab and just buy them shits. Yeah,
I like
man.
Them. They're cool. I like them.
Yeah.
The what is it called? But my dad was such a he only drank sweet iced tea. Like we talking about like 8 scoops of the iced tea mix type sweet. Ooh. Like you'd be like, this shit gotta be dark. It gotta be dark. Like it was always a test. Like we had to make it right for him. And he only had that and a bunch of the bottles of club soda, and then I'm trying to think of what else, but that was pretty much it in his fridge. Or like the Mori Soñando, like you would always see like the little the styrofoam, right?
Yeah.
The styrofoam cups of like fucking juice and shit. But I always hated it, and now I'm obsessed.
It's crazy, man. You get older and your taste, your appreciation for different things changes. Like I don't enjoy candy as much, but I'll have my days where I just like binge on candy.
Yeah, I'm not really. It always fucks up my stomach. I always feel like.
Yeah, it fucks up my stomach, and then it's like I've been trying to stay away from candy, but last weekend, where am I? Kids party. What's there? Piñata. I tell my kid, get the nerds, get all the nerds, fight those kids for the nerds, and then put them in a fucking bag, and then we get home and I'm asking, where's that bag of candy? And then I'm just fucking going in on nerds nonstop, just the whole pack.
I'm not
munching them down.
I think the only time I really have candy is if like we used to have security at one of my jobs would always bring in like a bunch of candy, because by the time they get there, most of us have like ran out of Red Bull.
Yeah.
So that's his way of like, hey, Red Bull's expensive, but hey, if you need some sugar, a sugar rush, here you go.
God, man, it's the worst, man.
So, but like I couldn't. He was like, you want more? I'm like, I already feel my stomach. Like I don't know what it is. I feel like it's just, I don't know if it's too much sugar, but I also drink Red Bull.
No, yeah.
So I don't know what it is. It's weird.
I think there's more sugar in that candy, I would say.
I assume so, right?
I don't know. It could be different. I don't know how to measure that shit, but Red Bull does that. I know they have 0 sugar Red Bulls, so
no,
I imagine there's enough sugar there to.
I don't think it's that much.
I guess it hits different.
Maybe it could.
I'm not big on those shits.
It could, but I'm not. Cause like if I'm like the fasting thing, like I'll have a Red Bull during, because like if I'm working, it's like I can't.
What's your favorite candy?
I don't really have Sour Patch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Watermelon is my shit.
That's a hell of a combo.
I can only, but it takes me so long to finish a pack. I brought Homegirl, so I bought I remember going to 7-Eleven. She's like, oh, they got the watermelon for you. So I grabbed it, and then like a week later, she's like, is that the same? I'm like, yeah. If I had maybe 2-3 at a time, because it fucks up my stomach. It's like just too much for me. I just like the taste here and there. I'm not really into like chocolate like that.
That's when you know you're getting old.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're getting old. When
we go to
like that.
Before we used to go to movie theater, be like, yeah, you got some chocolate. It's cool. Some candy.
Now it's like, no, I'm good. And then I'm like, you know what? I probably shouldn't eat that much salt either. So I'm chilling on salt.
I'm trying
everything. I'm trying sugar, salt. I'm trying to stay off that shit.
I don't know how we came from Big Sean to this, but I'm good. I'm good with this.
We were still talking about. I randomly went into the weight thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's just it's good to be health conscious. I think once you hit your 30s or even late 20s, I think it's just perfectly well because you're at a point now where your metabolism is different. Everything you eat kind of sticks to you a little longer. Yeah. If you're not working out on the regular, it shows.
Yeah.
I'm little shit like that.
Yeah, because before, and it's funny, like my dad was like that. My dad would lose and gain weight so quick. Yeah. And my mom would be like, oh, you got that shit. Like I would be just consistent for like a couple of weeks or some shit. And she's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like that's like, and then if I drop off, then it's like all back or even more. Yeah. So it always goes up and down so fucking much. So it's such a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, and then I laugh because I see niggas like Ron Solomon, shout out to Ron, who dude is a machine. He'll just eat whatever and stay skinny. And I'm like, you just wait. You enjoy that time right now, buddy, because as soon as 3-4 more years, you're going to eat that burger that you're chewing on right now, and you're going to feel it, and it's going to show.
It's going to show.
It's going to show. And you have to wear your shirts a size larger.
We should make this clip and just send it to him.
We probably should. Ron, get ready, you motherfucker. Enjoy those burgers while they last. Put extra cheese, all the extra cheese you want on it, buddy. You're going to feel it soon. That's going to be your stomach. That's going to be your fucking stomach, my nigga.
No, but it's crazy. That's what I thought. Like,
the grudge in your fucking intestinal. It's going to be playing the grudge.
When I think I was like 5th grade, there was this girl, super fucking skinny. Her name was Monica. Me and her were kind of cool. Like her birthday was like 2 days after mine, so we always did like this thing. But we used to always say, I'm like, you eat more than me. I'm like, how are you the size of my calf? Like, what the fuck? She was fucking skinny. I'm trying to think. She would have like, the honey buns? Yeah. Like the 50-cent ones or the dollar ones, she would have them in her locker. She would have mad snacks. She would just eat throughout, like in the like going from class to class.
You thought she was a fat chick?
No, I think she's still kind of skinny too.
It's crazy. Yeah, some people just have those body types. The metabolism is crazy. It's off the charts. That's why I'm so jealous of those people. I used to be just like that. I could eat whatever. I was eating fucking 3 fucking cheeseburgers at 4 a.m. No problem. Jesus. And then waking up ready to do whatever.
Oh no!
I remember. I love those times where you could just eat whatever and not have a care in the world.
Like regular cheeseburgers or like white?
Like double fucking McDonald's cheeseburgers, like the shits that would right now I would be incapacitated for the rest of the day.
Oh my god! So Tuesday when I had to get my nephew, he was like, "Oh, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right." So I went to McDonald's, got some food, and I'm thinking as I'm like waiting to do the order, there's a long line. I'm like, like I got the photo shoot soon, like I'm not gonna be able to eat. So I broke down. It was still within my time of fasting, but I broke down and I got double cheeseburger and fries.
The $3?
Instantly the $3, yeah. And I instantly convenient. I didn't even know they had some the $3
new shit. Convenient.
I didn't know
very convenient
because pretty convenient.
I hate being put in a position where I can't have water. So and I don't want a soda. No. So the fact that they have that, I'm like, all right, cool, because sometimes I may have a water bottle with me, and I hate to say it, I'll eat a double cheeseburger, small fries, and then down it with a bottle of Poland Spring or whatever I got on me. And I'm just like, this is the nastiest combination.
No, we used to always make fun of the people that would like order something crazy. Like my first job was Smash Burger, and be like, oh, can I get like a big burger, which was like half a pound. Yeah. So it's like, oh, can I get the half pound with chili, fried pickle, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And for your drink, and then they were like, yeah, let me get the fries, half on your whatever. Oh yeah, for your drink. For my drink, can I get a large Diet Coke?
Diet Coke. Yep, that's the classic. I was waiting for you to say it. That's the classic fucking story.
Always. And it's just like the sequence of everything, and it's like we end on the Diet Coke. And it's like, and it's funny
I want to be healthy.
Because we didn't actually get the sodas, so it's like, oh, the soda machine is. But like, I'm trying not to laugh at the whole thing, but I'm like, yeah, the soda machines are right there.
It's actually over there, so you can get your diet. So and then they never do because they mix it.
Yeah, because I'm just saying like, oh, for your drink, do you like it's because our thing was like, do you want a cup for the soda machine or a milkshake? I really thought they were going to go for a milkshake after all that.
Yeah, you can't put a soda machine in front of me that has 80 different flavors. And I said I want a diet. I'm not going to get diet. I'm going to end up mixing lime this with green this mixed with like orange Powerade, and I'm gonna go back for seconds.
Sometimes we would like somebody would go off and be like, let's see if they're really gonna get Diet Coke, and then they would come back to the registers and be like, they got regular Coke.
It's the worst. You can't put that machine in front of people. That's the worst fucking machine ever. Those damn soda machines. You're giving niggas flavors that we didn't know existed. Nigga, I didn't know there was a raspberry ginger ale. They had a whole Seagram's.
Oh.
The Seagram's thing. They had a whole fucking thing. I'm like, yo, this grape ginger ale.
Yeah, when we used to go to the movies, that was really only my time to like have soda, unless like at work if I didn't have Red Bull, then I would be like, all right, just a little bit of soda.
I experimented.
But the movie theater I used to mix everything.
I experimented more than a 19-year-old in college.
I had a job that had those machines, like the Coke machines, like the electronic shits.
Yeah.
If you do the Seagram's peach with the vanilla. Bomb. Peach and strawberry is actually really good.
Yeah, I treated that soda machine like I was a 19-year-old Mormon girl in her first year of college. I was experimenting like a motherfucker. For whatever reason, my shit always came out green. Whatever shit I mixed, always green.
It's always a green or like a caca brown.
Yeah, green and caca brown, so kind of like diarrhea-ish.
Yeah,
in a way.
Bit.
So it always came up, but it tasted
it
fucking phenomenal.
Like forecasting.
Yeah,
I'm telling you your
this
future.
is what it's gonna look.
I'm telling you, your
drink is gonna foreshadow your shit 2 hours later. That mixed in with the burger and chili fries you're about to have. Oh
shit!
And I remember I did that the most at Fuddruckers. I would go in at Fuddruckers, and Fuddruckers just reminded me of what this shit would look like. That's what I call it.
I think I've only been to a Fuddruckers once.
Oh, you missing out, bro.
It was South Jersey.
You missing out.
Never
Fuddruckers is great establishment.
I'm trying to think.
Non-stop fries. They give you a little bar where you can build your burger yourself. Even though you order the type of burger you want, they still got the bar on the side where you can add the condiments and then they have the little jars where you can choose your sauces. So hot cheese, spicy cheese, like horseradish, special types of mayo.
This is making my stomach hurt.
Nigga, I know, but it's so good because it's cheat meal food. Like now at the age that I'm at, I can't have that every day.
Yeah.
But it's good to like go on a random Saturday and be like, yo, I want to have a fucking half-pound burger with this, and this, and just fucking scarf that down.
Lord.
Oh my God.
See, this is actually a good talk to have because I don't have my next meal until like for another 14 hours.
And I'm tempted to stop at a McDonald's on the way home.
You are not making me hungry at all.
I'm gonna stop at a McDonald's. No, I probably won't. It's out of my way. But if I make that turn to go out of my way.
But it's always, I remember doing that, like getting laid out at work, and I'm like,
that's the worst. Yo, that's the worst.
Like I would from I'll just say it, from Miller's, like you pass, like going to my house, like you'll pass that Wendy's, and it's like I have to purposely put myself into the left lane for 2 seconds just to pass Wendy's, because if I don't, and if I'm there still in the right lane, because I just have my exit is right there. It's right there. It's 2 seconds on the highway, and then my exit. You know how many times I creep and I'm just like
today,
just like go to the parking lot.
Today I passed by the Popeyes, and then the Wendy's is right after.
Oh, you passed by Miller, like on Route 4.
Yeah. I passed by the Popeyes. I'm like, like, no, because I thought about you, because I was like, no, let me not, because I was going to jump in the drive-thru. I'm like, I didn't want to call you and be like, do you want something? And then have to, like, rush. I hate that. I hate rushing at the drive-thru. That's my pet peeve. I hate when I have to call somebody and get the order.
They take forever anyway.
Well, that was good to know. And then the Wendy's, I was like, not Wendy's. I'm good off that. And then I was like, the other last stop is that gas station.
Yeah.
Where I was like, at least I can get some snacks in there. But I ended up skipping everything and kind of went to the left side and then got on the exit, because I was like, nah, I'll just get here and order a pizza with her.
But why didn't you say anything?
Cause I know I should have said something and I didn't. I should have called you and I fucking didn't.
I have pan de bono in the kitchen if you want one.
Yeah, I want pan de bono.
Okay.
Right. Yay. All right. No, all right, let's get off the health conscious shit. But yeah, lost 20 pounds.
All right,
no cap.
Round of applause.
Ain't no fucking cap. So yo, on some other shit, man. We can go right into the fucking clip right here, because this is a clip that I wanted to play.
Oh, 1 second.
That should describe what we've been talking about, a topic that we've been talking about in the past week. This clip is from Andrew Schultz's podcast, not Brilliant Idiots, but the podcast he does with Akash Singh and Mark Gagnon, called Flagrant 2. I don't have to explain the clip. You'll pretty much know what they're talking about, and I'll play a little bit of it now.
In all seriousness, to, Dog Jerk and Joe, We got to talk about Dog Jerkin' Joe. Dog Jerkin' Joe has no business acumen. He signs horrible deals after horrible deals. You can't complain about the deals that you've gotten for 10 years straight and then go, I'm good at signing deals. Like, that's all we hear is, oh, Complex fuck me. Oh, Spotify fuck me. Oh, everything for all these record labels fuck me. Everybody fuck me. If everybody's fucking you, maybe it's you. You're the Taylor Swift of hip hop. Everybody else's fault. You're a victim every time. Stop whining. The guy just crying on the podcast. I think he was emotional. I think he might have cried because I saw some of his beard leak. some of the beard dye got on his shirt. I literally think that's why he always wears all black, because the beard dye is just rubbing all over his shit. Wear a white shirt once.
Yo, you know, I was watching and I was thinking, I was like, why is Joe spending an hour and 5 minutes on us?
It's too much, Joe.
5 minutes on us. Here's what I realized. You know, I've been to therapy for years. You know, I realized when somebody's that mad at you, they're not mad at you. They're mad at themselves.
Oh, do you think maybe we hit a chord?
I think Joe is mad at himself because he knows he signed a bad Spotify deal. And then anytime you sign a bad deal, there's two parties it's fault. One, the people who set forth the exploitative terms. Two, the person who signed the contract. Okay. Joe was both. He says, I set forth the Spotify terms. Then he says, I outperformed those terms in a week. Joe, that's on you, buddy. God, why you set those terms forth? I want to help Joe. I like Joe Budden. I think he's great. Yeah. I just think, and I think he was a little triggered that I'm Indian, because he's from Jersey, and if you're in Jersey, you cannot spend $1 without it going to an Indian.
We're going to leave it at that. So Andrew Schultz, aside from being one of my favorite comedians right now, he actually is a part of one of my other favorite podcasts, along with the Joe Budden podcast. He has this one with Akash Singh, Flagrant 2, and he's got his one with Charlamagne, The Brilliant Idiots, where this whole kind of situation started from. So if you don't know, we'll give a quick rundown. Joe has not been happy with his Spotify deal. This upcoming episode on Saturday is going to be the podcast's last episode on Spotify, and he has not told anybody.
But it passed already.
No, he was wrong in that. So this Saturday is actually the last one. Saturday. And he has not told the public as to where their podcast will be. I'm assuming it's going to be available on all streaming platforms going forward. But from the sound of it, they're probably going to take some time off because they haven't taken time off. They haven't had a vacation.
Yeah, the episode I'm on, Maul's like, we need a break.
Yeah, so I think they're going to take a little break after this Saturday episode, and then they're going to regroup, and we're going to find out what they're doing. But I'm sure we're going to hear a lot this Saturday. I'm going to be tuned in for sure.
I just wonder if it's still going to be, because they were talking about like how frequently they were going to do it. And Joe was like, we got the power. We could do it twice a month, once a month.
Man,
blah, blah,
if
blah.
they do twice a month, they're going to lose subscribers. I mean, he has a great fan base, but I think the people are going to complain that they're not getting 2 a week. You've already accustomed the people to getting two podcasts a week, which is a lot to ask for as a fan. And it's a treat for the fans because it's a free fucking podcast. So I'm getting an extra 3 hours or 2.5 to 3 hours of you guys. Like, as a fan, I'm in love with that idea. I love it. I know it's a lot of work for them. It's
yeah, because there are some episodes where they'll just be like, all right, like we were just fucking here, like,
but I enjoy it. Like the fact that they're able to talk shit from just 2 days worth of whatever going on, and they still make it work for themselves. I think that's a great dynamic that they have, and they've made it work for themselves. But I also know, as a podcaster myself with you, it's a lot to deal with.
It is.
It's a lot, because just to sit here, like, this may seem easy to some people, but it's fucking work. Like, just coming up with shit to talk about and then having to make that conversation flow. Like, me and you, we can have an easy conversation that flows better when we're all fair, and then when we get on the mic, it's got to be a little more controlled. We can't just be all over the place.
Yeah, because we've had those episodes, like, Off the Rails. That was literally the title. But there's way before that, we've been off the rails before that.
Because there's a good science to it. Like, when you're off the rails and still make it work on a podcast. Like, with these guys, that actual episode, they went off the rails a lot, but it's just great how they keep it moving. Yeah. And it helps when you have more people, I think, but I think we still handle it well with just being us two.
Because sometimes it could get messy.
Yeah,
they've been doing it for so long.
And speaking of messy, that's how this whole situation got, getting back to that. So it was just a lot of back and forth where Charlamagne said his thing, if you recall last week, where he was just getting at Joe. And their main thing is Joe just may not be the most business savvy person around. If you've outperformed your contract and you set the terms of that contract, then you really have no right to complain about what's going on in the contract or if you outperform it. Yeah. Like, you have nobody to blame but yourself at the end of the day. Now, that may be true, may not be true. We don't know the terms of the contract. But if Joe actually did negotiate the terms of that contract and you're complaining, who are you really gonna get mad at?
Yeah, there's really, I mean, he was, because I did kind of hear the episode where he talked about shit. What was it? Sorry, my mic is really low.
Joe's episode or Charlamagne?
Joe's episode.
Okay.
I forgot because I'm behind, so I'm not.
Gotcha.
To me, like I just heard it recently where he's talking. He's like, it's not. They were talking about Charlamagne. The "We Are Not the Same" rant. What was it? It wasn't. He said he was like, it's not so much that kind of like I'm not complaining. It's me venting because these are real. Like this bothers us all.
Yeah.
And it's not that they went. I mean, they did go over the top, and yeah, they may have outperformed the contract, but at the same time, they've been doing what they always do.
Yeah.
So if their contracts called for the 2 episodes a week, their listenership is just going to keep building.
I agree.
Like I don't think. I mean, besides the fact that they're talking about shit that they normally like. It was one episode where he was like, I feel like going back to like the beginning where I didn't give a fuck about any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
And that shit was rough,
time.
even with Rosenberg, and it's kind of like you could kind of sense Rosenberg giving him a look like, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
And it's just him like, I don't give a fuck. Like, can we skip it? Can we skip it? Kind of thing. So.
Yeah. No, it's been a crazy situation. So that was them pretty much just going and doubling down on what they said because they felt that Joe had no business savvy. Yeah. And then it came to a point where, like, they were just talking their shit because, I mean, Charlamagne and Andrew, like, they've done really well for themselves in the podcast world and Andrew in the comedy world and Charlamagne in the radio world. Yeah. So when they were really just sending a lot of subliminal shots at Joe for a long time in that episode.
It's weird. It's like a love-hate relationship.
Oh yeah, and then the jokes were coming out like Joe and Charlamagne are basically the same person, just with different ideals. So people were comparing them to Professor X and Magneto.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah, and someone drew a fucking meme like Joe was wearing the Magneto suit and Charlamagne was sitting there with this
in the wheelchair.
With the wheelchair, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, wearing the fucking I forget what that thing's called. The thing that. The helmet that Professor X would wear to communicate with all the mutants.
Oh, shit. I forgot what it's called, but I know what you mean,
yeah. Yeah, with that. The fucking comic book nerds are going to kill us right now.
I know. I'm like kind of disappointed.
I should know this, and I don't. I forget. It's right at the tip of my tongue.
I went through this whole Marvel phase, too. I mean, not phase, but like marathon.
Everybody knows what we're talking about, though.
Yeah,
if you're an X-Men fan.
Y'all know. But anyway.
My nigga Professor X put the thing on and could reach this.
What is it called?
We could pause right now and find it, but I'm not gonna do that. Fuck it.
No, just
I'm doing it live.
Just keep going.
But it's crazy seeing your favorite podcasters beef. Like podcast beef is really a real thing. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is. And now you're also saying like, just me paying attention to this issue more. I've now learned more about the podcasting world than I ever thought. Like, in the business sense, like there's ad money behind this. There's ways to really get paid off of this shit, and it's just off of you talking and displaying your personality for people to listen to.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing, man. But seeing your favorite podcasters beef and then at the same time learning the ins and outs of this industry and how shady it can be, just like the music industry, has been very, very interesting.
Yeah, to me, the only thing that kind of bothered me about it, because I get it, like they had the love-hate thing, was the fact that at first I didn't know if it was just because it's like, oh, it's entertainment, let's rouse up some shit. Let's talk shit about Joe.
It's good ratings.
Yeah, but at the same time, it kind of bothered me at the fact that like, yeah, maybe he's not business savvy, but it's still like not right. It's not right at all.
But I also feel like if Spotify was doing something that was out of their contract, Joe would have taken legal action already. But the fact that he hasn't lets you know that there's not really much he can do.
No, he was probably just venting about it, just like, pissed off about it. But at the same, like he did, I think he expected way more of Spotify, of the deal itself, than anything.
Right, because his main gripes were stuff that was happening that wasn't in the contract, but he expected him to do out of, what's the word? Out of the kindness?
Yeah.
It's not
like off the strength.
Off the strength, yes. He was expecting stuff to come off the strength that just didn't happen because they're a corporation. They don't need to. And, in that previous episode, Andrew had mentioned that Joe had asked for $240 million, which he said, and I went back and listened, it was a reliable source. That's what he quoted it as. It's a reliable source that they asked for 240. Joe quickly denied that, said, we would not ask for 240. That's crazy. And everybody in the episode laughed it off. Like Rory and Maul, like 240, like, nah, man. Because at the first time, you're only going off of what people say. So when Andrew says, I got a reliable source, you just believe it off the bat. And I realized going back and forth and listening to both these parties, I don't know fucking shit about what's going on. And I was like already in narrative, like, all right, what Joe's saying is this. Then I was like, all right, what Charlamagne's saying must be real. Then, all right, Joe's retort must be real.
Yeah.
Like, someone's lying, someone's telling the truth, what's going on? And then I realized, you know what? I don't know fucking shit. My 2 favorite podcasters, my 2 favorite shows, 3 favorite shows are beefing with each other. Yeah. And I'm just in the middle, like, I'm getting the tea from both sides. I don't know who's real.
Ping-ponging.
I'm ping-ponging like a motherfucker. Like, my heroes are fighting.
Like B and David.
Yeah, it almost felt like it almost felt like Ether and Takeover again. In a way, because these are like my 2 favorite, like these are my go-to guys. Like these are guys I see as like role models for myself in the podcasting, music, media world. Like these are people I look up to and would like want to be close to and possibly work with. Like yeah, I wouldn't mind. Like, and you know, Charlamagne broke down the whole thing about partnerships and you know, people are saying I don't own 100%, but you know, he had his retorts, and I'm like, you know, that does make sense.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear that episode yet.
You should. That was a really good episode.
Was that the same one where he like talks about the dogs and shit, or no?
In a way, yes. But he basically broke down like what he's doing, why he's helping people, and just reminding, he's like, everybody that's been talking shit, I've been paying attention, and you guys don't know a fucking thing. You guys are idiots. Joe said the same thing. Let me break down to you what's going on. They both said that, and then Charlamagne broke down the parts of his deal that he could talk about because he said, I have an NDA. That's how you know it's serious. Yeah. And I'm getting good money, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, word, I can't fault that. Charlamagne is in good terms with iHeart.
Oh, well, real quick. So I went out. Sorry, I just got tongue-tied. When they had announced and they were talking about, because the Nori clip, the beginning of it, they start talking about his deal, Charlamagne's deal. Then that's when Nori calls. So, quote, the venture... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Actually, no. Black Effect. So, it's slated to debut in the fall. This is, like, information that I think we missed when we first talked about it. Slated to debut in the fall with 18 podcasts on iHeart and other platforms curated by Charlamagne.
Oh, no, we did talk about that. Yeah.
We did?
Yeah, I mentioned the Black Effect. Yeah, I mentioned that. I
read that. And then
that.
how it's becoming the largest podcast distributor, too?
No, I didn't read the press release that you just read, but I did mention that it was going to be like 15 or something podcasts.
Oh, I missed that part. That's why, okay.
And then on the episode, he did mention some of the podcasts, which are really fucking good. One of them being Drink Champs.
Okay.
85 South. That's the podcast with Chico Bean, Carlos Miller, and DC Young Fly.
I heard about it. I haven't.
Yeah, so the three, to me, the 3 funniest guys on Wild 'N Out started their own podcast. They've been doing it, and it's just fucking hilarious.
I'm like, wait, I know their names. I'm like, why is that familiar?
Horrible Decisions.
Oh, okay, that's good.
That's a great fucking podcast.
I haven't heard that one in a long time, but yeah.
All right, so you know what it's about. Yeah, that's fucking great. Think the podcast with I don't know the name of it, but it has Matt Barnes and another retired NBA player, and
shit, I don't remember either, but I know. Yeah.
All the Smoke, yeah.
No,
that's a great
I never like
too.
tapped into that one, but I heard it was good, yeah.
But I think it's a dope move on Charlamagne's part, and you know, they've all basically, Charlamagne was saying, like, I've gotten to a position where they can create their own content and I don't own them.
Yeah.
Like, if that's not ownership, I don't know what is. And I'm like, all right, you know what? You can't fault that. And then you would think that would be a perfect place for Joe to go, but Joe's not going to do that.
It would be until, like, I think them trying to, what I was talking about before, what bothered me, the fact that they kind of want to, like, judge it and start picking up fights and shit like that. It's like, you said all that for what? Like, you're making fun of him. I mean, I get the dog thing completely. You can make fun of that. But, like, you're saying all this bullshit because he made a mistake, and he's complaining about it, he's venting about it, but honestly, he did kind of they all got taken advantage of.
They absolutely did. And
that it's, like, for ratings. So I think that's the only reason. Honestly, that's why I don't see Joe going over there. And he's talked his shit. And I don't think, I mean, they are the same. As much as Joe wants to say, well, we're not the same. They're the same.
No, they're the same.
They're the same.
They're the same. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's minor differences, of course. Like, Joe's podcast is a more hip-hop based podcast where you're getting, like, insider information off of someone who's been in the industry. Yeah. Brilliant Idiots is a more, like, rounded podcast. Like, it's a comedian. You get a comedian's view as well as a media personality's view, and they're just constantly riffing on shit and just making fun of shit. Yeah. I agree. Which is another thing, too. I thought it was pretty funny that Joe would try to go at Andrew Schultz and try to make fun of him. And he even grabbed audio of Charlemagne saying some shit about dogs as well as Andrew saying some dumb shit. But I'm like, bro, Andrew's a comedian. It's a whole different level when you try to go to comedian, and you're not gonna piss off a comedian. No. Schultz got way too much ammo, too much firepower. He's a shit talker by nature. Yeah. So you're not going to get in his head.
Yeah, I don't think that's good.
It's not going to bother Andrew at all.
I think it funny. Probably just bothered him because there's always been this thing, and then like him and like Joe and Charlemagne will be able to. And like the episode that I heard, like it's the same episode with Nori, but I haven't reached the phone call yet. Where he's like Charlemagne and I just had a talk and put our egos aside or some shit.
I thought that was funny. But then Charlemagne broke that shit right away. Yeah. Yeah. So
like from what you're telling me, because I'm not up to date with Brennan.
From the episodes, Joe said that him and Charlemagne talked and they decided to put shit to rest, but then Charlemagne's episode premieres on Thursday, and you hear Charlemagne and Andrew go right into it, and I played that for you.
That was a dog thing.
That was a dog thing.
The dog thing. I thought that was before.
No, that was right after. So they did that because that week was the whole dog thing coming out. Yeah. He had just gone through his whole Tahiri shit and the sin shit and all that, and then the dog shit comes afterwards. Yeah. So it's like it didn't stop for this guy. So he was going through a lot, and I think that was that same week afterwards that homie just left the episode real quick, and then it was just Maul, Rory, and Parks talking.
It was like every now and then you heard him, and that was. Not that it was awkward. Like, I don't have a problem with Maury. Jesus. Maul, Rory, and Parks. I love them. But it was just like, wait. Like, you're so used to hearing Joe talk because he loves to hear himself talk.
Out of it, uninterested, felt everything was just immature and childish. Like, why are we talking about this? Like, it was something that if he was in good spirits, he would have joined in on the fun.
Yeah, but it was just so much fuckery around him.
Right, so he just didn't want to hear any other bullshit fuckery, like little gossip shit.
Yeah, but like I'm on to the episode right after where he's like, "All right, we good." He says it like him and Sin have like clear shit up or whatever.
So I mean, right now we just gotta wait and see what happens after this episode on Saturday. We know they're gonna take some time off, and then we'll probably still see him on YouTube and shit. So we'll see more on this story as it develops.
All right, what's next?
Quick shit. I didn't write it down, but. What? Sade. It's just been reported, and I hate doing this as gossip, but I'm going to talk about it real quick, and we can get off it in 30 seconds. Cardi B just announced divorce to Offset. What do you think?
You know that I got the tweet alert during the photo shoot, and then I was like, damn, put my phone down. I'm in the photo, like I'm, directing, looking at Millie Maid, and then we take a break, and she goes to her phone to change the music. She's like, what? And then says it, and I'm like, yeah, that happened a few minutes ago.
Yeah. So all I know, and there's no context either, she filed for divorce. There was no prenup. She's asking for half. She's asking for full custody of their kid, Culture. Yeah. And
I know what happened. I got a tweet.
I mean, we can imagine. Look, Offset hasn't been the most faithful guy. I'm assuming that it has to do with cheating.
Apparently, there's a whole another baby.
Oh, I didn't know that. If that's the case, I mean, that's dirt I don't want to get into. But if that's the case, I can see why she'd want to end it.
That's why I didn't put it in the notes because, we'll talk about, the whole Joe shit, even though that was kind of gossip. It's about Joe, we're Joe Avengers. So we're like, fuck it.
Podcast idols.
Yeah, so we're like, fuck it, let's talk about it. Cardi, I didn't put it in the notes, but yeah, I saw the tweet earlier. Yeah. The fuck is that?
So I can't blame her then for wanting half and all that stuff. I mean, that's pretty much a dude's a rap star and shit. And also, I think she asked for the court stuff to be paid, all court fees to be paid by him as well. Damn. Which is very telling. Yeah. So I'm like, that means that she's mad.
No, it said it's the, I'm trying to think. The court is the date is next month, early November. That's what I seen.
Hey man, I guess
it's something about another baby.
Time for another Migos album.
Yeah, get that money.
It's not that time right now.
That's money.
All right, so we'll see. But hey, shout out to Cardi, man. I'm sure she's gonna stay strong throughout this. But it kind of makes you laugh at that one line in WAP. Yeah. I don't cook, I don't clean, but I got this ring.
No, did you see the memes from it? WAP got Cardi.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was corny, but I get it.
It was corny, but it was just like, damn.
Yeah, so WAP got Meg shot and got Cardi cheated on. Yeah. That's what WAP will do for you. That's so people made that meme. I saw that floating around. It's crazy how it's like memes have turned into that now. It's like, yeah, I saw a meme floating around. It's not a news article. It wasn't a quote.
No.
Yeah, I saw a meme floating around. Oh yeah, I saw that meme too.
Because I feel like they're like so essential in our lives now, especially with quarantine. Like it was, well, not even before quarantine. What am I talking about? I don't know.
Memes have become like a new source of information, like in two sentences and like something that's unrelated. Someone can explain something and you know exactly how that situation went.
And like if you didn't get the meme, it's like, what happened? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh man, like when you got playoff basketball memes, like you're watching games and like someone choked and they just said like this person choked like this, and you see like a classic movie scene. I'm like, oh, all right, that was pretty bad. I can without even watching the game, I know how bad it was. Yeah, shit like that. It's hilarious what memes can do.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, the power of technology.
I know.
Oh
man,
man.
I love my GIF or GIF. GIFs.
I'm gonna go with GIF. No, a GIF.
GIF.
I'm gonna go with GIF. I think the creator said it was GIF.
It was GIF,
but it's just spelled with a G.
I fuck with my GIFs.
Yeah,
right, last night's conversation, cold-blooded. That shit was so fun. I
Oh
love
yeah,
GIFs.
yeah. At first I was like, what does that say? I'm like, oh, cold-blooded. Then it was cold. I was like, yeah, cold-blooded.
No, because I was looking for one that had the sub. I was like, damn it. And then Remy's like, nah, just go with that one. He's saying cold-blooded.
Just go with the. You getting coached on what
no,
memes to
because
send?
I'm like, I'm looking, and then I'm like, damn, what do I want to send him?
Cold-blooded.
And then he's in my ear, like, I'm the GIF king. I'm like, okay.
Send him this one.
I was like, okay.
Send him
And
this
then I
GIF.
see the Charlie Murphy one. I was like on the other side of the phone.
No,
What?
GIFs are great. GIFs
They're
are fucking.
amazing.
They're amazing. I love it. The invention of the GIF is the world.
So funny.
That's all I can say.
All right, what's next?
Moving on from that, so we're doing some quick fires. All right. Maya Moore, who is a WNBA player, she opted out of playing this season in order to help a man out of jail. I believe his last name was Irons. I didn't catch the actual first name. So it turns out she got him out of jail. I forget what the crime was. Got him out of jail, and then she made an announcement.
Yeah.
Ended up marrying him.
What?
Ended up marrying
I know. I
this
saw
dude.
that on the notes. I was like,
Yeah, so let me see if I can find it real quick. If we have to pause, we'll pause. But I got the information here.
No, you're good. I'll edit out. Just say edit back in when you're ready.
Okay. Maya Moore announces that she and Jonathan Irons are now married. So she sat out the whole WNBA season, this season, the Corona season, COVID or whatever, or last year, to focus on freeing Irons from prison after a wrongful conviction, which was overturned in July. And then she made an announcement recently that she got married to the dude. So it just makes you think. And let me just ask you, do you think that there was something going on from the get? Do you think she just took the year off to get her man out of jail? Or do you think that as she was working for this to happen, they just kind of fell in love? Because there's no context. I don't know anything else about the story. I just thought it was really, really interesting.
Like, you don't know if they were like together before.
Yeah, or like this is just a situation that you kind of just fall in love with that person. Like, what do you think? I think it's very
like that
telling. I
pen
think it's
pal
cool.
situation kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's just wild how shit happens like that.
Yeah, it is. I have no idea. I really don't know what to say about it. It's weird.
No, that's all right. I thought it would get more out of you on that.
I don't know what else.
I think it's dope. No, it's just little shit like that. I thought it was interesting.
I mean, it is interesting. It's just you got to think about it. Like, I mean, there's no context, so you don't know because it could be either or. Like,
it could be either or, but it's just
it was
it's
a pen
fucking
pal
crazy.
situation, or
but for her to take off her whole season to help this man out, I mean, that's big of her.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money, endorsements, sponsorship deals, and just overall, like,
especially
your
to toss
career.
it up like that. You don't know if you're gonna still have that.
Yeah, because and this isn't just a regular WNBA player. Like, she was part of UConn. She like had like mad like championships in
I've
college.
seen her name around. I never seen her play though.
Yeah, oh no, she's a crazy player. Like, she can fucking play. That's why I was so like crazy when people heard that she was leaving. Oh, shit. This is just a regular player just bouncing and just trying to help. Like, this is an all-star MVP type candidate, can win championships. Like, the fucking.
I'm sure she can get back to it though.
Oh, I'm sure she could, but it's like when you take a year off during your prime, it's like it's crazy.
Rough. That could be rough.
Yeah, and with women, not to sound sexist, but it's like, women in the league, straight women, they had to take time off for pregnancies. And, like, she's now gotten married. So imagine they get married and they consummate, and now she's pregnant. She's got to miss another season.
It's so funny.
It sounds really fucked up the way I said it, but that's a reality. Like,
no, it is a reality.
You'd have to take time off if you get pregnant.
Yeah, you would have to. Yeah, I can't play like that.
And it's the 9 months plus the time that you're nursing the baby. So that's almost the whole year before you get back into shit.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. I thought that was pretty crazy. So
that is crazy.
Moving on from that, another podcast idol of mine, Joe Rogan. He's been tapped recently, and it's been a kind of a maybe thing that he might be the moderator at a future presidential debate between current President Trump and Joe Biden, former vice president.
Yeah.
My question to you is, are you down to see a debate with Joe Rogan moderating?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Joe
I was going to watch anyway, but yeah.
Joe Rogan is the media king. I mean, his podcast brings people from all over the world. We were talking about this last week. So for him to be the moderator at a presidential debate, I think this is going to break YouTube records. This is going to break viewing records.
This is going to be insane. Oh my God, the memes.
If this was,
the
memes.
Talk about memes.
You got someone like Joe Rogan who wants the truth at all times, who I think he has a political affiliation. I think he's more right-wing than anything. But I also feel like he can be the most fair and correct person to do this. This is someone who makes a living off of interviewing some of the most interesting people in the world and has become the new age Johnny Carson. You know, you want to be on this guy's show. If you make it on this show, you are set. People know about you now.
That's actually a really good comparison.
Yeah, no, it is. He's become that guy. I don't care at all. If I'm a rapper right now, I don't care about going on the Tonight Show. I might want to perform on Jimmy Kimmel Short, but if I want to get an in-depth interview and I want the world to know who I am, I'm going for Rogan.
Yeah.
That is unfiltered talk. There's no breaks. There's no commercial segments. You don't got to do no crazy, stupid dances. You don't got to worry about someone popping up like Ellen or some shit and give shit to the crowd. You just there to talk. Homeboy wants to know about you.
So there's no
your chance to talk.
Yeah,
sometimes 2.5, 3.5 hours. It's the new format for interviewing. That's what it's become now. Podcasts of the future, and Joe Rogan is the wave. He's the leader of that shit. So to have someone like that moderating, you're going to get people that are... You don't got to be a fan of Trump or a fan of Biden. Just the fact that Joe Rogan's there, you're going to get mad people watching it.
Yeah.
You're going to get eyes on it. And it can only be used for these guys good. If you knock it out, if Trump has a great debate, it's probably a win here. If Biden has a great debate, it's a win here. I think this will determine where the election will go.
Yeah.
I think. And if it's done more than once, even better. But I also love it because Joe Rogan is not going to take no bullshit. I feel like if they try to do some shit with him and pay him off right before, he'll walk out. Be like, nah, I want this fair. He doesn't want to damage his credibility because he's got so much. He's just seen as the ultimate neutral man. He will have someone from the left wing 1 week and have someone from the right wing 1 week and still be in the middle. And people respect that.
He's going to have, I can already see it. There's going to be episodes leading up to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trump retweeted him. That's how we know it's somewhat official. And said, hey, if you want to do it, I'm down. And I think if Joe's given the chance, him and his producer, Jamie, are going to go full throttle on this. It's going to be amazing. They will fact check. They will make sure. Because I've already seen some clips floating around of Trump trying to talk his shit at, town hall meetings. And the moderator, whoever that was, calling him out on his shit.
Yeah.
And Trump just has a way of
oh, I know what you're,
yeah, Trump has a way of making shit seem like
even when he has the press meetings at the White House.
Oh, but he just shuts them niggas down.
Yeah, or he'll be like, "What? How dare you?"
That's
and
a stupid question.
That's stupid.
You don't get any more questions because they're stupid.
Yeah,
but the way he talks to niggas.
Was it one question of he was like, "Oh, how do you feel?" Da da da, or you said you're saying this now, but you also said I could see Joe doing that but I don't know how. I want to see how it plays out because if Joe's gonna do it and he's gonna be so pitbull about it and insistent,
I would hope he would.
No, yeah, I could definitely see that.
You want that,
but you see how the press they're insistent on it, but then they just fuck it.
Yeah, because
they don't fight it back. Yeah,
because they don't want to lose their jobs. It's different. They don't want to lose their jobs.
Exactly. Joe don't give a fuck.
Joe don't give a fuck because he's still got his podcast. They can't step on that shit.
No.
I'm I hopefully it doesn't get into any shit with Spotify. You would hope, but if they want to do this, I would imagine Joe's yo, it's got to be uncensored. You got to let me talk. Let me say what I want to say. I'll let y'all talk, but I'm going to come in with facts, and I'm going to check your facts, and we going to call you on your bullshit.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be good.
If it's done right, I think this could be a huge television event, and I would definitely sit down and watch this. I'd fucking DVR it, probably sit with people and watch it. It's got to be. This is an event if it goes down that way.
We should have our sushi date and watch
Nigga,
it.
I've been finna have sushi with you for a fucking minute, yo. I'm mad. We haven't done that.
I know.
I'm so fucking mad. All right, moving on from that. In some good news, Breonna Taylor's family has been paid $12 million by the city of Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep.
Over what happened.
Round of applause for that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, at this point, I don't think that they've arrested the killers.
No, they have not, which is a fucking Band-Aid, which actually I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
No, the applause still stands.
The applause still stands because they did get, somewhat justice. The family does deserve some type of compensation. Yeah. But I'm sure that, in the end, they still want to see justice.
But you know what would save, what would help, because they just paid, like they gave them all that money, what would probably help is just stop paying and fire those police officers. That'll help.
I agree. Cut their salary.
Or just fire them and
just fire them. Absolutely.
Take that salary away.
That as well.
Like that would help so much fucking more. Get them off the street. The fuck are you doing?
It really would.
Yeah.
But no, shout out to Breonna Taylor's family.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Elijah McClain, and just the countless other black men and women that have been victims of police brutality and police violence. And we don't forget. We know this is still going on. The protests may have slowed down. The talking on social media may have slowed down, but the bullshit's still happening out here.
Yeah, and they're not forgotten at all.
They're not forgotten. It's going to keep happening. And unfortunately, it's going to keep happening to more people. And we just got to stay vigilant out here and hope that shit doesn't turn even more sour, because we're almost 10 months into this fucking year, and I'm ready for it to fucking end. But that doesn't mean that 2021 is not going to have bullshit in it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Shit's fucking wild out here, man.
Yeah.
Shit's wild. All right. Moving on from that.
Okay.
From that good news. The recent Verzuz, did you catch it on Sunday? Patti LaBelle versus Gladys
No, but
Knight.
I seen clips, and Patty, Jesus.
Patty was going in. Patty was having fun.
Because I seen parts of it, and then I seen clips. But the funniest thing was, the dancing, but like when she got into it, and it's her, I forgot what fucking song, but it's always when she wants to kick her shoes off.
Oh,
but
yeah.
at one moment, she's like, ooh, I hurt my knee.
Yeah, sure. And then she was cursing at the teleprompter, the person handling the teleprompter, because the lyrics wasn't coming in clearly.
Oh, shit.
She was going off.
I missed
Then
that.
fucking Dionne Warwick showed up randomly.
Really? I missed that part.
Yeah, yo, it was dope. They was talking. I think it was like some old school shade thrown in, something that we
won't. What day was that?
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday? No, homegirl was passed out.
It was Sunday, and then
I had brunch and passed the fuck out.
I heard that there was like some old school shade thrown between the two of them, but you couldn't really tell unless you were old school yourself.
Yeah, it was. I heard about that one too. That there was some shade, but it was very like under the radar.
It's crazy. They're in the same room, and like you want to have love, but there's that spirit of competition in the air. Mm-hmm. So it's like they gotta outdo each other.
This is about my favorite part though.
Oh yeah, when Patty hit the dance break on him. Yeah. Patty had the moves, man.
Yeah, with Gladys, she did her thing though. She did her thing.
She really did her thing, man. That was great.
It
was a great moment for everybody. Speaking of verses though, I'm glad that went well. Swiss Beats was recently on the live, and he said something that I didn't really agree with, but basically to the effect of, he was saying Janet Jackson wouldn't be able to hang with Missy Elliott on a Verzuz. The internet went wild, of course, with that accusation. Swiss was saying basically his defense was Missy can come from so many different pockets, where Janet is just one type of style of music. She has classic albums and classic songs and collaborations, but Missy she could go into like the Aaliyah bag. She can go into her own bag. She's got dance records. She's got female anthems. She's got raw rap records. She's got shit with Nas. She got shit with Genuine. Shit with Timbaland.
The only thing is Janet does not rap, but Janet has multiple things.
Exactly. So it's like,
that's why I'm confused. I get like.
Well, what Swiss is saying, I get it.
What?
Missy can attack from different spots.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. She's written songs. She could play an Aaliyah song that she wrote, and that would count as an entry. Given, I'll give you that. But Janet is a motherfucking icon. Not to say Missy isn't, but you can't just count out Janet like that.
This is okay. So a new discussion. There's icons and legends. There's two different kinds.
Yeah, but then
I think icon would be higher.
Icon's higher than a legend, I guess so. Yeah, in that sense.
Yeah,
I could say that.
Because is anybody from hip hop old enough to be a legend? Icon.
Yeah.
I'm only 40 years old. We have legends. Well, who would be icon? Who has moved up to icon, do you think?
Well, not in a successful status, but I would say like icon rapping wise, I would consider Rakim an icon.
True. Okay, never mind. I take that back.
I would consider Snoop.
If you're talking about like the beginning, Snoop is not too much in the beginning, but
Snoop's still, but he's getting there.
Still,
but like, and if we're talking business sense, like the only person I see as an icon that's come out of it would be like Jay.
Yeah.
Icon. Like that's what you want.
But because then there shouldn't be so many categories. It should just be like if it's hip hop, then you have your legends, you have your icons.
Yeah, because this would be the first, I think, Verzuz where it's like two different.
Icon means everything.
Does it?
I would assume so.
Oh, well,
it's
then
almost like saying, it's almost like, is the album a classic? And you're saying, does it, is it the replay value? Like, has it aged well? Like, there's different categories to be a classic album. To
be iconic.
Then to be iconic.
Okay.
Because I would assume like Rakim, yeah.
But in the sense of like rapping, like we're rappers, MCs, the people that stay true to the culture. Yes, Rakim in that sense is an icon. He's someone that when you think of hip hop and what it stands for, he's the picture and the definition.
Yeah.
Like, yes, and I'd put him over Jay-Z in that aspect.
Well, yeah.
And hip hop as a whole, as a businessman, as being a mogul,
Jay-Z is doing it a lot longer.
Jay-Z is the standard. He is the bar.
Yeah, he is the bar. Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. Would you just say that in like as a whole for hip hop culture is just Jay-Z an icon? Because if he's the bar, then that means
I would say Jay-Z, Dre, and Puffy.
Those would be the three icons.
Those are three icons as far as hip hop and making it a business and taking it past the block, taking it past the hood and bringing it worldwide. I think those guys.
In that, to play devil's advocate, I would just not really. I would just argue that Rakim is not an icon. He would be a legend, but maybe not an icon if he hasn't if he's not up to that standard as them.
Right, because he's not in that sense. He's not looked at like. If Rakim dropped a new verse tomorrow, people aren't checking for it as much as a new J verse.
That's more like for hip hop heads. That's what I mean. Like Janet is known, like Madonna, like things like that. Like they're known, well-rounded.
I'll take a Janet Madonna versus before I'd want a Janet Missy Elliott versus.
Oh fuck yeah! Ooh, that'd be really good.
We haven't had that yet. A black and white versus. We haven't had one white person on versus. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, because it's more like black culture, and I don't think anybody wants to see Madonna. I don't. That bitch
they wouldn't be
scary as shit.
Black
now.
Twitter would have a field day. Like, why is Madonna on here?
Oh my god, she scares the living daylights out of me.
She is scary. She's a scary white woman.
Yeah, no, I liked her way before she aged really badly and got really bad plastic surgery.
And then had an accent all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, the accent. I forgot when that came in. I think it was like.
I don't know, but she's weird. And then she's dating dudes that are more than half her age.
Yeah.
Less than half her age, excuse me.
And her ass is really bad. Like, baby, you have way too much money for that.
Talking about this bitch like this.
I know.
That's why I can't stand it.
But Janet, I don't know. I don't see that. Like, Janet I think she has a few pockets. Yeah, she doesn't rap. But I'm trying. Janet, does she write songs for other people?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. So yeah, maybe that's two pockets that she doesn't have. Okay, that's two places that she can't come from.
Right.
But well-rounded, she has her dance shit. That she is a dancer.
She's a dancer. She can definitely whip Missy in that, but you can't dance during the verses. At least you could.
Well,
you saw Patty do it.
Like the dance records. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like she's a dancer. She has the dance records. She has the ballads. Yeah, it's Missy may have it's an Aaliyah joint. But she still has them. So, I don't know. But what's next?
That really is all the fucking topics that I had written down.
Really?
Yeah, that really is all of them. Other than the music reviews, with We Are Jersey announcement.
Oh, yeah.
So we can get into that. Oh, you better not do that while you're running.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. The moment has passed.
So, yeah. Oh, all but right. as far as the verses, no other ones have been mentioned. I'm sorry. No other ones have been mentioned. We'll keep that story on. As of right now, we got nothing. Probably by the next episode, there's probably an announcement made.
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see that Missy and Janet one happening because I don't even think Janet's responded. Yeah, I think Janet's so. She's one of those artists that's way too big for that too. Not to say Patty and Gladys Knight aren't too big, but I don't see anyone that could match with Janet right now unless they got married.
I wonder if she called, if Missy was like, the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Like, don't get me involved in that.
Yeah, she probably told Timberland, like, yo, tell your man Swiss, shut the fuck up. I'm chilling over here.
What was I going to say? But yeah, we're going to move forward.
You want to take a quick break again?
Yeah, we can take a quick break, actually.
We break it up.
Break.
All right. And we are back. So, Sade just informed me of some wonderful news that I was not privy to earlier. So, I'm gonna let her go into it to let us know. It's a big celebration, though. That deserves a round of applause in itself.
For real. All right, so We Are Jersey, and it's also part of Jersey Entertainment. So We Are Jersey magazine just turned 6 years old. Round of applause. Just put out a new issue with Felicia Temple on the covers. It was pretty dope. I got to get into this issue. I haven't really read into it yet. But congratulations, everybody at We Are Jersey. B, Banks, we got another one. Amy, Tom, everybody, all the writers. You know what? I feel like we have a couple new ones, and I forgot their name. But super dope. Always love to like work with you guys, and I can't wait to see what more we have.
Bro, man, the growth is real. Just seeing where they've come from, and like I said, I first met B about 5 years ago, the same night that I met Guess, and to see where she's at now. She's the same thing about me. We spoke a little bit after the show. To see where we started from to where we are now is just it's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah,
everybody's growing, everybody's getting better. The team's getting stronger. You know, the real people are sticking around, and you just get to see the growth in someone who's so hungry like B. And now with Q and David working with her, like, it's just been amazing to just see her become like just more of an entrepreneur, more of a boss, and just more relentless with everything she's been doing. And she hasn't let up, and she's going to continue to grow and just do more. And I'm just real proud of her, man. Like, she's been a great like source of inspiration for me throughout the years. Like, she's always a positive person in my life, and just getting to talk to her is very, very awesome to see someone like that grow and continue to be that same person, same down to earth, same just can talk to about whatever, just great in every sense of the word, man. B has been that, and I love Q's enthusiasm, love David's energy. Like, they're just great people to be around, and seeing them at the show and reconnecting with them was awesome.
Yeah. You know, they're pretty dope. And like now, because I've only met Q like here and there, I've like not met, but like got to like actually see and kind of talk to him. And then like the one time we went to the office. Yes. That
was a great day too.
Had like 2-3 hour conversation. And then that's when I was like, it was either like B or Q. They were like, oh, now I see how you guys pod.
Oh yeah,
or some shit like
that was Q, because that day was just just B and Q that day, and you, me, and Guess pretty much had our own little pod with them, and it was great. Like, that was a lot. We talked a lot about Jersey music in general. Like, I feel like that conversation should have been recorded, just for the fact of how much knowledge of the Jersey music scene was in that room.
We should get B on.
We should have B as an episode just to talk about that. She don't even have to go into specifics of people, but she knows, because just from what she does, she's aware of the talent in Jersey, and if anyone can talk about that, she's the perfect person to describe that, because she's seen every different aspect, all different genres, R&B to all the different subgenres of hip-hop. She's seen that in Jersey for the past 6 years. So if anyone can talk about that and give us more insight and let us know what works and what doesn't, it's her.
Yeah. So I've because I'm gonna
leave that up to you to get her.
That'd be an easy one.
Well,
that'd be easy.
We either do it here, we go over to her, or whatever. But I'm down to do that immediately.
Studio.
How soon do you think we could do that? I would love to do that, and we'll interview her. Like,
probably soon. I don't think it might be an issue.
I want to do that.
I don't know how she does late things though.
No, we can do an early one. I don't care. I'll rearrange my schedule.
I'll bet. You heard that, B?
We can do it an early day. I'm first.
No, that'll be dope. I mean, we could maybe try to do it at the studio.
See, I didn't even think about it, but now you mentioned it, like, I'm extremely down.
That'd be a dope one.
I would love to do it.
I like that. But anyway, so I met Q. I met Q, you know, when they were with Empire 9, but I met B in person with you guys, because you guys insisted. Yes. But I had known B through online? Kind of a mutual friend. When I started Check It, she was, it wasn't B, like I got her government name, but she's like, yeah, I went to school with this chick, blah blah blah, she has her magazine, blah blah blah. Like it was the beginning of Check It, even before I started the show. She's like, talk to her, she can probably help you. We had talked a little bit, and it was good energy, and then I hadn't talked to her for a while after that, and then something kind of like, I randomly had hit her up, talked here and there, and then you guys came into the picture, and then it was very like
natural.
Yeah, especially when we seen each other in person, it was just like with me and B, like we clicked, and it's not nonstop. We don't talk every day, but almost every day.
Yeah.
and it's either like some gossip or it's usually music shit. But
it's a good chemistry.
It is.
It's really
good.
Chemistry. Yeah,
No,
you guys.
she and and I go to her for advice and all the fucking time, and she's a solid person to have in your corner, and I'm just thankful to.
Oh no, she's someone that'll definitely ride for you if you're in your good graces. That's what I appreciate about her. Like, there's no bullshit. Like, she's pretty much direct with you. And I appreciate people like that. So shout out to B, shout out to Q, shout out to David, shout out to everybody over there at We Are Jersey. 6 years is phenomenal. And I definitely see many, many, many more years in y'all future.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Much success, much love, much light.
The next cover is going to be dope, too. I kind of already know it, but
I can imagine why. I already know just with that face you made. I know why.
I can't
wait. I can't wait to see. Oh, and shout out to you because Ron Solomon did not know that you wrote his article. We Are Jersey, and you got to present him with the physical copy.
Yeah, because it was a while back. Oh, fucking counts. It was a while back, and I was talking. I was when I told you something. I forgot what the fuck it was. Oh, about I was like, I don't think anybody really knows I wrote it. Whatever. Yeah. And I was talking to B, and she's like, oh shit, because I looked at it, and yeah, my name's not in it, but I'm not really pressed about it. It's like, I'm cool with that. It's whatever. Because what I had submitted to her didn't have my name in it. So then I had assumed, I was like, oh, well, whatever. I didn't put my name in it. So it was nothing to me. But then when she had told me, she's like, oh, like I have an actual like hard copy. So and I think I wrote in like maybe one issue before that. I'm not entirely sure, but I didn't get the hard copy for that. So when the hard copy, like she's like, oh, I have it in my car. I got you. I was like, wait, I'm thinking it was for Ron. She's like, well, no.
That's
she's
what
like,
I thought too when you said
she was like, it's yours. She was like, no, I'm gonna give it to you. If you want to give it to Ron, that's cool. And I'm just thinking, here's this 24-year-old kid, like. I think that's a big thing, like being in a magazine, got my own spread, like fuck yeah. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this to Ron, and he was just like, he thanked me 1,000 fucking times.
Yeah, I know that made his day, man.
Yeah,
I know that made his day.
Because he was like, because I just walked up to him, I was like, look, does this look familiar? And I opened it up. Look at you.
Yo, you.
I was like, look at you.
You were like an aunt at Christmas.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wait, there's more, and I flipped the page. And then I was like, there's more. No, there is not, because I flipped the page and it wasn't him. Okay, no, I'm wrong. No, but it was actually pretty dope to be able to like make that experience for him.
Yeah.
Because like just to kind of be part of it in a small way.
Yeah, because he didn't see that coming.
No, it was cool though.
And then how did he learn right then and there that you wrote it?
Yeah, because I told him, I was like, oh, by the way, like I wrote this for you. And then he was like, you did? Holy shit, blah blah blah. Like he didn't know because my name wasn't in it.
Yeah.
And he's like, holy shit, blah blah blah, whatever. And then afterward, I think he posted a story, and I forgot, like we had talked a little bit about it, and then I told him like, yo, this is like amongst all the shit, and B knows, but amongst all the shit that I have to write about, this was an easy one.
Yeah.
Like I know, like, and I apologize, like I was late with his piece. But it was still an easy one. Because I was waiting. It was a schedule thing, and I was also waiting for City on Fire to come out.
Yeah.
So I can kind of plug it and put the links and shit like that. But it was dope though.
Yeah, it was dope.
Good. That was when I was sending it to you to like review. I was like, all right, make sure, because I remember there's a lot going on that week, and I'm like, there's too much going on in my head. I don't know if this makes sense.
Yeah, I remember I did like a proofread for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was dope. That was dope. I know that made his day, man. Much love to Ron Solomon on that. I know that that's a special moment for any artist, really, just to get their first magazine look.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks professional. I saw it, man. He was flipping those pages on his story. Those pictures never look so fucking clean on that paper, man.
It looks so fucking.
And then
good,
it's just so official, man. It just goes to show you like the power of like a good professionally worked crew to make a magazine like that. Like it takes a lot of work, and you got to have motherfuckers that are dedicated, and that's what We Are Jersey is. So much love to them, that's much good. Respect, all that good stuff, man. Another round of applause, please.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh no, come on, go.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna hit the wrong one again.
No.
It's capping. She's capping.
No, I changed that. I took that one off. No, but like as somebody who works there and gets to work with these people and be giving me the freedom to be like, you know what, this is not my steez. Like, it's, I don't know, it's
that's big right there, the F word, freedom.
Yeah. Like, it just gives me, and then it's always, sorry, I got tongue tied. Even when I had that meeting with her and Banks like, I see you doing this, and blah, blah, blah. And like, we even got to talk about Check It and the podcast and shit. But it was one, like those creative moments where you're sitting down with the creative, or, you know, there was two there. and it was just, I don't know, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and also might I add, black owned.
100% black owned.
Another round of applause.
All right, what's next?
All right, music time. Yeah, we can get into it. All right, so we usually try to review as many albums as we can, but because we're so fucking busy as people with our personal lives, we don't get to everything. So I think we went through 3 albums. One came out the other week, Big Sean's Detroit 2. Recently reached #1 after its first week. I forgot how many albums it sold, but it sold more than Rainbow, man. I know that much.
Yeah. No packages.
Which, crazily...
no, packages, bundles.
Yeah, but his stock, his sales went up this week.
Who?
Rainbow Man. Went
It's
to like 60. I don't
him.
even know how that works, but he also...
It went from, what, 40 to 60?
Yeah, and also not even to get into his shit, but all that shit he was talking about, getting the exclusive to niggas. This nigga did Street Soldiers. This nigga went and did Logan Paul's podcast. He just did a promo run snitching on himself.
Yeah.
You went from snitching on people to now snitching on yourself, and you lied about giving people the exclusive. You just ended up going to everybody. Anybody that would take you ended up going and doing your shit. So whatever, fuck that guy. I didn't even listen to any of the goddamn things. I could care less.
I didn't even get to see Wayno's. I seen a post about it, but I didn't get to hear it. Wayno's his reaction to it.
Nothing. I care less. I know he snitched on himself about him hitting his wife. I think the clip was when he found out that she was cheating on him. Whatever, dude. You probably deserved all that shit anyways.
Back to Big Sean.
Back to Big Sean. So Detroit 2 was the album that came out. It was #1. Album was good. Not my favorite Sean album. I definitely like Detroit 1 more if we're gonna compare Detroit albums. I appreciate the new Zen mind state that he's in, but I felt like some of the songs just lacked that it factor for me. The first 3 songs were dope. Didn't really like the song with Post Malone, the Wolves song. That sounded kind of forced.
It's like the middle.
The middle didn't do it for me.
The middle didn't do it for me. I really liked the beginning and the end.
The beginning was dope. I like the Lucky Me song. I like the beat change.
Lucky Me was a good joint. I like
dope.
That one.
The song before that. And I, as much as I like Janae Aiko, I don't like when they work together. I'm just not.
I think it was good for the one project.
The 2088.
Yeah. I don't. I'm like.
But even that wasn't
not
great.
even like just a few songs. There were a few songs that were good. I would definitely say maybe like 2 or 3. But I'm not a fan of like it continuing.
It's almost like it's very tough to like music from couples. Like a lot of people don't like Jay-Z and Beyonce when they're together.
Yeah.
They're not really big fans.
I feel like they had their good 2, 3, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna compare it to something, but I probably wouldn't make any fucking sense, and it would sound really reckless if I compared it to something else.
So we can just move on then.
So fuck it, I'll just be wrong then. I'll just say it because
you're gonna say it anyway.
I'm gonna say it anyway.
Go ahead.
So it's kind of like
I was just telling Q about this too.
What?
How we'll be like, all right, we're just not gonna talk about it, and then 2 seconds that you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna say it.
I'll just say it. So what this reminds me is like, I'd rather see the artist. I'd rather see the porn star fuck other porn models than fuck her own husband.
I mean,
I don't care to see how you do it with your regular person that you care for. I'd rather see you collab with people you...
That's not even really a bad I mean, yeah, I could see how it's a little off-putting, but it's not a bad comparison.
It's, you know what I mean? Like, it just sounds so much better when you do a song with someone that you're not meant to, like...
Yeah, I get
be
it.
around all the time. I think it just makes for better magic. I think you put too much into it to the point where now it's not like natural anymore. Yeah, it's kind of like forced.
Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, I don't want to see the star with her man at home. I want to see the star with other stars.
Yeah, I mean,
not to say that Janae's not a star herself.
Porn is itself, if we're gonna stick with that, porn itself is like supposed to be fake and like forced. But if you're with your significant other, it's really not, so it's going to be different anyway.
And then people don't want to see that because it's like, that's too mushy. I don't want it. I don't like all that. No.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not bad. Not a bad analogy. Huh?
It's not bad. It's like a home video, but with professional cameras.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, and pause if I made that scene. Pause at any point. Pause for the cause.
I don't think so. Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause.
Jesus, Joe, that's a new shirt. Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause.
No, don't make the shirt. It's
don't
fine.
make the shirt.
The one pause is fine. But anyway,
it was weird. I was that nigga in the show just wearing a giant shirt that said pause. No one said anything, but I thought it was great. I liked it.
It was so funny though. We still have to put those pictures out.
Yeah, we do.
I was we do have to do a shoot. I was talking to David and Q.
Oh, that's right. We gotta get back in touch with David. I need to hit him up this weekend. I will, actually. Yeah. All right, so that was so Sean's album. Yeah. All right. I mean, I'll wait for the next one. I'm still a Sean fan.
But it was still like I'm not gonna be a fan because of it. I like hearing music from him. He's still gonna have he has the same flow, different mentality, talking about like the past and the shit that he's gone through, and it was really dope. The Nipsey Hussle, just hearing it like with the project, and then I still haven't got to see the music video, but it was still good though.
If we're gonna compare this to sports, I think Sean is every album that Sean puts out.
Nothing. Porn and sports.
Porn and sports. That's the title. All right. So the way I see Sean is like every time Sean drops an album or a project or a freestyle, the Sean lovers are trying so hard to justify that he should be up there with the Drake, Kendrick, and Cole's. Like, this is his opportunity. And I felt that's what this album was supposed to be. This is supposed to be your moment back from all the bullshit that you were going through, all the tough times, the depression that you were falling into. This was supposed to be your comeback, your redemption. And you gave it more of an incentive when you said, I'm going to make Detroit 2, because we were so hung up on Detroit 1. I'm like, all right, this is going to be a classic. You coming in with like a number 2, we already know what's coming. And then I felt like he underdelivered. And your chance in the spotlight to be in that top tier with the top 3 niggas, you still are now in the second tier. You're in the second team, you haven't gotten to the first team yet. You know what I mean?
When did that happen?
Because
he was always like the first tier with them.
He was until Kendrick dropped Good Kid, Mad City. Until Cole dropped.
Not that late. I mean, not that old. No, I think it had to be recent.
But there was a point where we all agreed, everybody that was in the rap game, whether you liked them or hated them, we all could agree that Kendrick, Cole, and Drake were the top 3 niggas.
True.
Which has been that for like more than 5 years now.
No, it's been more than 5 years. Yeah, but Good Kid, Mad City was definitely more than 5 years.
Well, yeah, I mean that was 2010, I believe.
To Pimp a Butterfly was what, 13, 14?
Probably, yeah, 2013, 2014. So yeah, so at that point you were waiting for Sean to get in there, but Sean wasn't putting out those types of albums. He wasn't putting out game changers. He was putting out albums with hits on them, sure. Yeah. And he had
I Decided was my shit.
Yeah, he had good people behind him. I Decided was dope. I loved Bounce Back. I love Moves.
Jump Out the Window was my shit.
I think the song with M was great. Sean had a couple on there.
I forgot which one that was, but that was a really good one.
But then he had some bad moments. Like he had that fucking project with Metro Boomin that went nowhere that everybody fucking hated. And I'm still waiting for him to get into that top group because rapping wise, he's there. He can compete with the Drake, or Cole, or Kendrick.
Do you think it's like he needs a concept?
Well, I thought this was going to be his concept. Oh, yeah. Shit. I thought this was going to be his concept. But then I think the whole Janae thing has kind of slowed him down. I think he's at a point where he doesn't care. I think that's the direction he was taking with this album. Like, I'm so into my Zen shit. Mm-hmm. I'm so into just being a better me. I don't care about the competition. That's the vibe I got.
That's what, like, slowed him down in having to deal with all of that shit, and then just mentally wears on you.
Yeah, he even had to talk about the whole shit that was weighing on him. Like, the Kendrick shit was probably weighing on him. The whole beef with Kendrick. And he said it in his song.
He talked about it. He talked about it with Angie. How, like, he was talking about the Nipsey track. How the family gave him, like, nothing but support and love for it. He's like, yeah, do it. Like, they signed off on him using Nipsey shit. And then he talked about the death and said how right after Nipsey died, he hit up Kendrick.
Right.
And it was really just some, like, social media beef, but it like, just in case, kind of like, all right, he just died, we don't know, about life and everything.
Yeah, got to clear the air. Mm-hmm. So it was good that they got to do that and fix their shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah, granted, because Kendrick, I feel like he already said his shit. Like, for all the people that were saying it wasn't, I really felt like Humble was about Sean. I felt like or at least some freestyles where he was kind of going at Sean.
Freestyles for sure.
Or was it DNA? I think one part in DNA where he was going at Sean. It was Humbler DNA. I felt like he was coming at Sean. That's what the internet was deeming it as. Like, this is him going at Sean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could take it. Because I know those freestyles, There was a couple things in Damn. Then yeah, I remember.
Yeah, there was a couple. I mean, even the little ad libs, like
I haven't heard Damn in a long time.
When he said like little bitch, like people thought that was a Sean shot.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, yeah.
Little stuff like that, and it was just something that was kind of like not spoken about for years between them. People would mention in interviews, but they kind of dodged it, and Kendrick didn't really do interviews.
Yeah.
And Sean kind of kept to himself. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. I'm glad they worked it out. But this album was just not what would have put Sean in that top tier.
No. But I don't think he's really like.
The talent is there though. But I mean, we have to see what the next album does.
I think he thinks like, I know I'm talented. Like.
I think he doesn't care at this point. I think and if that's the case, then that's cool. But as far as like a rap fan, I wouldn't put him there. But at the same time, I also don't think he cares to be.
No.
So
right,
I think he wins either way. So next, Conway.
Conway?
Yeah, from King to a God.
I didn't get to
So this was, and a lot of people have been saying, and I completely agree, this is Conway's best album yet.
Yeah.
And as far as Griselda albums go, I'm putting this up there with West Side's. I mean, I'm a big fan of West Side shit. The Hitler Hermes 6 joint, I'm love. Fly God is an awesome God. Supreme Blind Tell. But Tana Talk 3 and From King to a God, I'm going to say, and the Griselda album. I think those are my top 3 Griselda projects. Like Conway, I don't know what he did with the production this time. It was a little different. Some of the songs had some more like popish content in it. He's got a song with Dej Loaf. He's got a song with Method Man.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Rapping wise, dude is like sharp as ever. His style is amazing.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see why a lot of these older cats are now not afraid to drop albums and EPs like they were years ago. Now that Griselda's like the sound has been more accepted. Like it's giving more, and it's going to go into the next group that we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Like
you see older groups now coming out and putting out albums because they can see now, all right, there is a lane for us now. This old school or adult contemporary style hip hop, there's still a lane for it, and it can still sell.
There's still a demand for it.
There's still demand for it. Like, not everybody wants to hear this double XL shit.
No, God.
The older crowds can't vibe to it. People like you and me, we can't vibe to it. We need a Lox album. We need a Griselda album.
Because I think they thought, like, when the whole, like, hip hop is dead, the blog era was dying, like, okay, maybe there's no, like, real hip hop heads anymore. Mumble rap came in. And they saw that there was they probably think like there's such a demand for all of this shit that's not us, then where do we fit in?
We're just pushed to the back somewhere.
Yeah. But they realized, so Conway made a statement, and let me just skip through some of this. I wanted to showcase versatility and show people that I'm not a one-trick pony.
Yep.
I feel like this album is not only arguably one of my best albums ever, but it is also a perfect appetizer to get my fans ready for my Shady Records debut, God Don't Make Mistakes. So yeah, he talks about how he wanted to show growth, and specifically not just how he's grown as an artist, but as how much he's grown as a man too.
Oh no, it's on there. Like the growth is definitely on there. There's a track on there, Seen Everything But Jesus with Freddie Gibbs. Is that the name? Seen Everything But Jesus?
Seen Everything But Jesus.
Seen Everything But Jesus with Freddie Gibbs. I felt like that song was a session because Freddie dropped Alfredo early in the year, and there's a song called Babies and Fools with Conway on it, and it's the most mature that I've ever heard Conway ever. Like he wasn't talking no gangster shit. Like he actually mentioned like in those lyrics about his son failing math and him not being there enough for him. Like that shit like hit home for me.
Shit.
So it's like seeing that growth in him, I think that carried over into this album because he's talking more about his personal issues. He's not just giving you the same, block talk, whatever. Like he's actually showing his grown side, and it really crosses into that grown man rap category.
Yeah. And
I gained a whole new respect for Conway off of this album. So I think, yes, everything he said in that statement, he's shown his growth. He wanted to work with different production. He had a couple different features. He played around with his flows more. The lyrics were there. Content was there, sharp as ever. Even more sharp than he's been. Yeah. But, yeah, content in general just grew, and I'm definitely more of a fan now. Like, I'm always changing my positions on the whole Griselda scale.
Yeah.
Because Benny will drop something, I'm like, all right, Benny's that dude. then West Side will come. So I'm like, yo, West Side really is like the X factor here. But Conway has always been like that. That fucking dude right there, and now he just proves it here. So Conway is back to number 1 on my list as far as Griselda goes.
Yeah, we have Lloyd Banks, yeah.
And Lloyd Banks on the album as well, yes. A lot of features too.
There's DJ Premier, Crisis. Let me see. Oh shit, yeah, Havoc is on here. Alchemist,
of course.
Eric Sermon and Hit Boy, and there's a few more because the track list that I see, it's just the font for the producers is so fucking little that I can't really read it. But I'm getting some of the names. Derringer, I see.
Derringer, very dope. Very dope.
But I can't wait. There's some good people he has.
So God Don't Make Mistakes, that's the name of it?
Pop my shoulder. Oh, shit, that hurt.
God Don't Make Mistakes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That one. All right.
All right, then we end
it.
it. All right, so the next one is basically what we were talking about before, The Locks, which, what was the name of the album? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Living Off Experience.
Living Off Experience, yes.
22 fucking years since their debut.
Amazing.
It's insane.
Amazing. Strong as ever. And like I said before, man, just grown man rap.
D-Block.
Grown man rap, man. Grown man fucking rap. There's really no low points on the album, man. If you're looking, obviously we're not looking for musical masterpieces here. Like, this is just straight up grown man rap. Bars, flows, everything.
They do what they do best. They deliver that old street sound.
Gritty.
And very gritty. I think their chemistry was on point as per usual.
Yeah, and let me see. The one song with DMX, I know it was a single on it, but I still like that fucking song. Like, anytime you can get DMX into the studio, it's called Bout Shit.
Yeah.
But the first one gave it to him. I pretty much played that about 5 times.
Yeah, it was a good one. I wasn't feeling Due to Me with Jeremiah, but Think of the Locks and My America are like my top tracks.
Oh, with Westside?
Yeah.
And also, I should mention on here because Manny put me on to him. Oswin Benjamin.
Yeah, he was on My America.
Yes, he is.
I believe he was the one that was doing pieces of his projects. Like, he did the Breonna Taylor joint. Like, there were like mini music videos.
Yeah.
But it was during the height of George Floyd and then Breonna Taylor and everybody, where it was geared towards that. Yeah. And it was so dope. He came out with a project recently a while ago.
No, he's fucking dope, man. He's another one too. And like I said, Manny put me on to him. Manny told me that he did a showcase in SOBs and saw him like before he got big, and I was like, that's crazy. And then we just seen that guy grow throughout the years. When I did that,
he's dope. He's good.
Yeah, when I did that World Underground competition, he headlined with Chris Rivers.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, him and
Chris is nice. I met him before.
Chris Rivers, and they did a track together. Him and I'm forgetting the other guy. Fuck. Oh man, what was the other guy's name? Not Denzel Curry. He had Denzel Porter.
Oh yeah,
Denzel Porter. Yeah, and they did like a 3-way kind of freestyle live performance. That shit was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Seeing them, and these dudes can fucking rap. I got a picture with Oswin. I got a cool ass picture with Oswin and Chris Rivers that I'll probably never post. I think I posted once, but I didn't tag them. But if I do get big and I get to meet these niggas, I'm gonna come right there. I'm like, yo, I took a picture with y'all. Y'all probably don't remember it. It's a funny ass picture. Oswin and Chris look crazy, and I'm just in the middle, like, yo, I'm with 2 like future legends. It's dope. That was a good time. Dope. But yeah, Locks album in itself, just great, man. Just exactly what you want to hear from the Locks. No bullshit. They didn't half-ass this one. They put their all into it, and it makes you want to listen to the next Styles project. It makes you want to listen to the next Jada project, and definitely want to keep you listening to more Sheik whenever he drops, because he's not as active.
No, he's not, and it was actually cool to like hear his voice again. Yeah, man. Yeah, because like Styles P and Jada just dropped. Like, they're fresh off that.
They're fresh off. They keep dropping shit. Like, Sheik be chilling.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I'm getting Oswin confused with somebody. Let me see.
Don't tell me I'm confused.
Let me see.
Yeah, if you did, because I don't know anything about it, what he was doing.
Oh, no. I got him confused with the person I was talking about before, like, that, like, dropped the project. And, yeah, no. No, but I met Oswin before. He was chilling with Chris Rivers the same night I met him. Yeah. He was really good.
Nah, good fucking people.
I had no idea who he was. And I go to my cousin. I'm like, I want him for Check It. I want him. He's like, oh, no, that's a bag you can't afford. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, no, he's out here. He's working.
I was like, never mind.
He's working. We might get him for an interview.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's done some interviews with some other people that we know.
Man, he was with Sway. I ain't.
Yeah, he's done the interviews. No, you know what? Actually, I saw a boy.
He's fucking nice live. He is sick live.
No, yeah. No, we saw no, Ray Pearson interviewed him recently.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, Ray Pearson interviewed
so
Chris Rivers.
He's and that's because that's what threw me off. Because like, I mean, I know Chris Rivers, but like, I mean, I know who he was, and then I got to meet him for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But Osmond, like, I just seen him perform. Like the people that threw the shoot sorry, I keep saying showcase. I keep saying fucking Cass. I keep the guy that runs the show. I'll see him at Miller's all the fucking time. Like,
Oh, word, okay.
He's a bit of a douchebag, so I don't bother with him. But Osmond, like, he just seemed like down to earth, cool as fuck. Like, I got to talk to him for a little bit, so he's cool. That's what made me think, like, oh, he's just, underground, right? Like, they're like, oh, he's underground, but he's like up there. I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
No, he's well known in the other
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, so that was the music review, man. So both, all projects. I mean, aside from Big Sean's, I wasn't really impressed with. Had some joints on there.
He had some good joints, but there were skippable tracks.
Yeah. Conway, loved it. Locks,
I still
definitely
gotta
feeling
get to
it.
that. The
Yeah,
Locks
I think you'll like the Conway shit.
Production
wise is dope.
Piggyback off of Griselda. Yeah, Boldy James, Versace tape. His Griselda debut. I think the beats fit accordingly. There are a lot of skits, sound bites that fit into it. This is a Street of Mind kind of project, but I wasn't completely sold on it.
I wasn't sold on it. I didn't like.
I wasn't sold on it.
Westside executive producing it, I thought would have been a good idea, but just hearing the beats. Another person I speak to, Johnson Sold Out. Me and him just happen to be huge Griselda fans. We like Boldy James, was just a random artist that we're both into. Yeah. So we were very critical on it because we've liked all of Boldy's past work.
Sorry.
And then this album just wasn't it for us. We were just like, we were kind of thrown off. I'm like,
This was the one. See, this is what I'm saying.
Like, yo, this is the ones like you root for an artist. They get thrown into an incredible position. Like, all right, bet he's gonna win.
Yeah.
His project comes out. We're excited. Release date comes out. We listening and like, oh.
This is the one that I fell asleep on. I told you.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and
I feel like because there is the storytelling. He does have talent.
He's got a unique voice.
See it.
Everything.
But I just didn't. This project was just not it.
It wasn't it for me.
No.
I
remember when I told you there was a list that I wanted to go through. We'll eventually go through it. The top projects of like the year so far. Yeah. He was on it.
But not this project.
No, this project. This project.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
That's why I was just like. That's why I wrote it down. I was like, nah, we got to talk about this list, but we'll talk about it next week.
I mean, we will, but the project he did previously with The Alchemist was actually better.
That was good.
The Price of Tea in China.
Yeah.
That one I was a fan of. I appreciated that.
No, that one was good. I don't. Yeah, we never got to talk about it on here. Yeah. But that one I liked. That was the first time I had heard him. I was like, all right, I'm sold. Then I saw the news and I was like, all right, so he's dropping a project. That's his Griselda debut, and it was just not it for me.
Yeah. Other albums that dropped this past week that we're not gonna get into, but because we're gonna listen later. Elzai.
I know. Stop it.
Elzai's gonna be dropping a new project.
Okay, we gotta cut real quick. Hold on.
All right.
You don't take the fuck away.
Like, really, grow up. Like, we're recording.
We're recording right now.
I know there's not a red light saying recording right now, but we're talking into mics for recording. So if you could just show us some respect. Like, really, get over yourself, dude.
Oh, okay. You're gonna chill? You're gonna chill there?
You're good?
Okay.
I will throw that 25-pound weight at you.
Edit back in. Go.
Watch yourself. Sorry, we're back. Okay. Fucking cat. All right, man. Elzai is about to drop a brand new project called 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up. He's dropped 3 singles so far. The most recent one was called Jason. Yeah. There's a track right now, Light One, Right One, that he started like a challenge for any MCs to be on a remix. So you light one, you write one, and you post it up there. You can just go to the Light One, Right One challenge, I believe, on social media, and you can see all the entries so far. But anytime some Elzai shit is coming, I'm definitely for it. I don't have the exact date. Should be either the end of this month or next month.
Should be soon, yeah.
Also, Crime Apple dropped a new project,
nice.
8-track project, 27 minutes, called If I Don't See You in Paradise. I will be reviewing that one next week. I don't know who's on production. It looks like it's just a Crime Apple project, so it might have different producers.
Different ones. I remember I seen that when he talked about releasing it.
Fuck with
then
that.
who fuck, I'm drawing a blank on his name. We spoke about it too. I think the project's with Alchemist. Or is it?
Oh, you were saying that, yeah, like there was going to be another project with Alchemist.
Fuck. I don't remember his name.
It was somebody we were excited about.
That sounds like Ghostface.
Action.
There you go.
Bronson.
I'm
we
like,
were hearing, he didn't mention that album was going to be fully produced
No,
by...
I don't think it's fully produced by Alchemist. No.
But, because I heard some other shit that he did on Funk Flex that he said was produced by Derringer, and that beat was fucking amazing. I didn't play that beat.
Where's the one with the horns?
No, that's Latin Grammys. That's the single he put out. That was a really
good one. That was a good one. I like that one.
I may not be able to touch my toes, but I still will fuck these hoes. That was the hook.
That is okay. No, that's the one.
That's the
one I'm talking about.
Okay, that's the one. All right,
I don't think it's Alchemist one.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember who's the producer.
But I don't know who produced that one either. But there's another one that Derringer produced that he kind of freestyled over on a Funk Flex thing, whatever video content that he was making, and I thought that was pretty dope. Derringer's fucking nasty.
I think he's going to do. I can't with this fucking Cassius. Stop it. I think he's going to do a project with Alchemist, but I don't.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's just this cat just keeps meowing right now, and
he's so fucking like, bruh. We don't even feed you this late. Like, I'm not feeding you.
Like, I'm gonna throw you in a tank full of water and just keep you there. Like, it's gonna get to that point.
I'm gonna end up feeding him at this point. Oh, there he is. I was wondering where the fuck he went.
You about to be Chinese food by next week if you don't chill out. You about to be in a lo mein.
Do it. I'll let him do it. Don't look at me. I'll let him do it.
Yeah, I'll slice the kitty up. Don't wink at me.
He's so fucking annoying. Aries is sleeping, chilling.
Real. Fucking Garfield looking ass nigga. Chill the fuck out.
I can't wait to snip his balls next month.
I'm about to throw a fucking plate of lasagna at your ass. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, nigga. Yeah, keep staring at me. You ain't shit.
Anyway, let's move on.
Go meow out of here.
Right. Wait, hold on. I was gonna say, no, but there's some new shit, and then I know there's some new underground shit coming out.
Oh yeah, no, tons, absolutely. Yeah.
I know Karma is dropping shortly. I forgot the dates. I should have fucking saved it. I'll XP.
Oh no, there's a bunch of underground shit. We can talk about that for days. Mad people we know and everything dropping.
Which we really need to do. Like, we know we do like new music, like mainstream, and then I know if you don't know, it's more underground. But I think like as far like the new projects, we definitely have to talk about. We do have to talk about new projects, but I also want to talk about new projects, and I only want to reference the ones that I end up liking. That's fine with me. I don't want to review a project from an underground person that I don't like. Oh no, of course not. We don't have to do that. It's tough because sometimes you want to, and I hate when it's people that I fuck with, and they may drop some shit that I'm not entirely proud of. That's happened in the past, so I'm very weary. Like, some people will drop shit and I won't mention it because I just thought it was whack, but I don't want to tell them it's whack because we're all in the same fucking place. Like, who am I to say that? You know what I mean? At the same time, I'm giving my opinion. So you may not like it. So when we gather up the new releases, then you just let me know what underground releases or like Fred releases that you want to talk about. Fair, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Cause I'll talk about anything. Yeah. But I try not to, especially if it's like people. It's tough, and then if people hear this and hear that we didn't talk about their project, they're gonna automatically assume that we weren't feeling it. Yeah, and I'll be we'll give it like 2 projects or maybe 3. We don't, like I think 2, 3. Yeah, we'll stick with 2, 3. But anyway, let's take a break real quick and then we'll move on. All right. All right, guys, we are back. So before we get into our last segment and wrap up the episode, I just wanted to do a little tribute to Lionel Macauley. He recently just passed. It was a shooting out in New Brunswick. 2 died, 1 including him, and then about a few people injured. It's just insane. I got the news, and I personally didn't know him. He is somebody that B from We Are Jersey knows. She had told me about it, and he ran in that circle of artists that she knows and she works with. So I never heard about him, and when she told me who it was, I started looking him up, and this guy's fucking talented. He was real talented, and he's a spoken word artist, had a lot of power behind his words, and let me just play something real quick.
Faster waking up to walk out inside this humble mansion filled with motivation. No time for tantrums this morning, so what's your motive? As you ride in your automotive, barely sober, shame on that person who sugarcoated all your troubles. Ain't no stunt doubles for the life that you live. This is only the morning scripture. Not to get confused with the script that I write, I possess power when I deliver these fictures. After all the push to pens to possibly to perseveres, I'm still curious as to what your mind perceives. But when you reach your limit of timid, no Percy Miller can lead you to your level of millions or billions. Murdered by the hands of authority. Now it's the month of July and police shootings are still increasing. The same time, looted sneakers are still ceasing increasing. But can you blame us? They try to frame us and then tame us into oppression from adolescence. And you wonder why we're so aggressive, why you're still possessive. I'm talking financial and economic slavery. Let's acknowledge the bravery of our indigenous people who founded America. Not Christian Columbus. When Columbus sailed that ocean blue in 1492, there were still 1,400 men and women being held in captivity. I bet most never even had a clue.
And, you know, even if I didn't know him and now I'm seeing how talented he was and I wish I got to, you know, meet him, I see how it affected, like, some of the people that I follow. Soulful, who was How Does It If You Don't Know. I found his music, I forgot how, but he also knows, like, Karma and everybody, like, the artists that she knows. And he was posting up, like, DMs and, like talks between him and Lionel, and it was very like, you got this, like motivational, like just, you know, and it's what we had talked about before, like creatives pushing each other,
right?
And he just seemed to be that type of like person that if you spoke to, and it was very encouraging. And it's just unfortunate, and it was senseless gun violence, and it really, like, I looked into it. I was only able to find, like, I guess a video camera, like a video like from a camera shot in the house, and you see the people like come up and you know, run up on the house and shit, but there was really no backstory.
Right.
There was no news on it, but still, it's just some senseless bullshit.
You hate to hear that stuff happen, especially someone in like the creative world.
Yeah. You
know, someone that we might have even just run into at a future show. I'm pretty sure we would have run into him at a Check It or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Like down the line.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, we definitely would have at least featured him too at some point.
Yeah.
We would have stumbled upon his work at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's always sad to hear someone like that go way too early. You know, I mean, I don't know if he had any kids or any family that left behind.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some family. I don't know about kids or anything. I didn't know anything really about this guy. I heard about it, I think, the day of when they announced it, when he had passed.
Yeah, no, much prayers and condolences to his friends and family that are going through it. You know, I'm sure that heaven has a brand new angel for him, and he's gonna be watching over everybody that loved him. So we can wish him the best, absolutely. No doubt. That was a great piece too, by the way.
It was a really good one, right? Yeah. He had a project that was out, like a spoken word album, I believe, and then he was dropping like that circle of artists. They were all kind of dropping around the same time,
right?
And he was, I guess, supposed to be part of that list too. So yeah, that was rest in peace to Lionel M Macauley. Well, rest in power. More
rest in power, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
All right, so going from there, since we are mentioning underground artists, we're going to take it to the favorite segment of ours, known as If You Don't Know.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Okay, and I'll go first this week. I only have one entry this week. It's been a busy week, so forgive me for not having a second artist. Sade, don't kill me. So this first artist, I had the pleasure of, I didn't get to meet the guy, unfortunately, because I was, you know, running around and everything, but he did perform at the showcase that we were at this past Friday over at King University. He goes by the name of Prince Hill. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, he lit the crowd up, had the stage going. He did his acapella joint too, had the crowd moving, and they did a couple other joints. I just went on his page right now and I found a SoundCloud link for a track called Moneymaker Freestyle. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna play that one because I'm not exactly entirely sure where I can get Homeboy's music, but I will be finding out very shortly. But I'm gonna play Moneymaker Freestyle by Prince Hill. And then under it has Jiggy Mix. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to play it anyway. So here it is, Prince Hill, Moneymaker. If you want to find them on Instagram, it's at Prince Hill, PrinceHill. Prince Hill, Moneymaker Freestyle. Here we go.
Hey, this one's from my hood. Yeah. This one's for my niggas and my fam. Yeah, damn. Yeah, okay, baby, don't fuck with a boss, cause you know I get money, yo nigga, he broke as a joke. Applying the pressure, cause I want a Tesla, and I want a mansion, and I want a boat. I need $1 million or better, and I need them bitches that hate to give me the throat. I keep a glizzy on me for the smoke, I'ma hit him with 5 if he try to approach. I don't see nigga out there testing me, been in these streets, I ain't talk about sesame. Bitch, I'm a trap star, turn rap star. In my hood, I'm a local celebrity. Jiggy nigga get the bills like Bellamy. In my shoes, but you know you can never be straight to the top, and you know I'm headed in love with the money. I got a fetish, stacking this shit up, you feel like it's Tetris. I swear I slide on the out like electric. If I got an issue, I'ma address it. Pussy nigga, you the type that'll text it. Feel like I'm finna get rich in a second, man. These niggas know that I'm hot like a desert. Me and my niggas gon' eat like we king just for all of those times we got treated like peasants. I'm just a man with a message, going through hell every day just to make it to heaven. Living my life while I'm counting my blessings. Got shit trying to break me, but I will not let it. These niggas sweet and I'm diabetic. Killing this shit, they gon' need paramedics. They need to give me a little more credit. Wu-Tang gang, I'm the man with the method. Don't do the cabin, I'm still with the action. I speak with a passion and ball like it's mad. Been through some shit and it really was tragic, but I ain't complain cause I still made it happen. I gotta come with the heat like Miami cause I need a BET award and a Grammy, and I need a mansion to fill up with family. I know you hear me but don't understand me. You can have a piece of my love. Yo, I'm way too busy right now, yo, way too.
That was Prince Hill, Moneymaker Freestyle. That was short right there. It was like a 1 minute, 39-second joint. That was dope, man. Homeboy went off, man. I'm definitely have to catch more of this dude's music. I'm not sure where it is. At least it's not saying right here. Oh, never mind. He does have Spotify and Apple Music, but I wanted to play that one. That was the one that was the main link on his bio. But if you go to his IG page at Prince Hill, you can see there's a Spotify link as well as Apple Music link. And I believe he was interviewed by Sway. I'm going to see right there real quick. Yep, Sway in the Morning interview. So he's got that as well. So much love to Prince Hill doing his fucking thing. That's at Prince Hill on IG. Definitely going to have to get to meet this guy in person. Only got to see him perform, but he killed that shit. So much love to him.
Next, I'm going to just stick with one because the second one I couldn't really decide. So I'm just going to go with one. All right, let me just wait. So mine, I was gonna say, I get the notifications from SoundCloud and it popped up. And I'm like, this name sounds so familiar, Latrell James. So I guess I'm not sure if it just popped up or I followed him or anything on SoundCloud. So I checked it out and it's really dope. Found him on Instagram too. And the only common follower that we have is Ronnie Alpha. Which is funny.
Okay.
So I don't know much about him.
Much love to Ronnie Alpha, by the way.
I don't know much about Latrell James, but fucking dope. Listen to this. So it's BIMA. It's not no, it's like an acronym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an acronym.
Like Bima? Like Bima?
Bima, but yeah.
I doubt it would be Bima.
No, I don't think Bima.
Off topic, that reminds me of the first time I saw Deuce Bigelow, and I laughed my ass off when he had that scene where he was doing the blind dating, and there was this one girl, he's like, so your name is Gina? And then it goes up to her, and it's like a straight-up lesbian. She's like, no, it's Gina.
I forgot about that one.
No, it's Gina. So I was like, that's what it gave me that vibe just now. I'm assuming it's Bima, not Bima.
No, it is. All right, so I want to say Bima so bad. All right, let me play this shit.
Look, prodigal son, prodigal none. Let me tell you how the story begun. Mama told her kids to shoot for the sun. Sacrifice everything just to be one. Left my employment with limited funds. Simply am Diglett, I come from the mud. Print up the hats for a limited run. That put a letter inside of my Honda. Drove that same Honda straight up to the venue. They show me the bill, I'm like, who on the menu? Don't got no reference and I don't pretend to. Setting the bar for myself, I'm in limbo. Out of my mind, out of my body, I live on through others. Behold, Captain Ginyu. Give me a sign, man, give me a signal. You drew a line, but it wasn't pencil. I drew a line, but it wasn't Sharpie. That's why my attitude coming off golly. Alter my vocab and I took out sorry. Unapologetic, black is my aesthetic. I'm my own investment. Things you never question. We all searching for acceptance. Unapologetic, black is my aesthetic. I'm my own investment. Things you never question. Unapologetic, black is my aesthetic. Black is my aesthetic. Black is my aesthetic.
Short little freestyle, I guess, track, but it was super dope. Caught my attention, and I'll be looking out for sure.
Great fucking job. BIMA. I'm just gonna go BIMA on that one.
That's why I was like, just go with the acronym.
I remember last time. Yeah, I remember fucking. It's crazy because I remember when we did the episode with Yost and he mentioned Dangle 4 Lane, and I laughed because I thought he said Dangle, and then I ended up just being a fan of this guy because he's so fucking dope.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
No. Oh, speaking of Dangle, speaking of Dangle, so he had posted on his story how Adrian Broner. Damn, why is he Brody? Did you see the DMs that he got?
I didn't view the story. I kind of saw it on the
the little
things, the previews.
Yeah.
But I saw that Adrian Broner hit him up.
Yeah, it was about blah blah blah.
I see you working.
Your music. Yeah, I see you working. Music's dope. We got to do something. Blah blah blah. And he was. Bro,
I think he will definitely out rap Adrian Broner. I've heard Adrian Broner rap. I'm not impressed.
1000%.
Yeah.
So then pretty much Dango had ended it with we gotta figure out budget. Like Adrian said, we gotta figure out budget and where we can take this and blah blah blah. And Dango's like, all right, whatever. Da 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 da. I only got about 15 cents to my name right now. Adrian did not answer.
Oh, you didn't answer him back?
No. So then Dango he puts out a video. He was like, after I said. He didn't say nothing back. There's some shit like that. And then Ronnie, I believe it was Ronnie Alpha, was put out a video, and then I seen it on Dango's story. Like if celebrities or like mainstream artists are reaching out to you and they're hyping you up and they're saying we should do something. Let's work. It's a fucking scam.
We've been talking about this, man.
Yeah.
And it's
it was
funny.
just funny how it damn.
So in all and a lot of the chats that I'm on, a lot of these rappers that are with me are all in the same place. They'll post every time they see another artist doing it, and then it hurt my heart so much because the latest artist that was onto this bullshit, Royce the 5'9".
Really?
Royce, yes.
Really?
Royce hit. I'm gonna find the damn post right now, and I hate because it's Royce.
Get the fuck out.
I hate it because it's Royce, but Royce did it, and here we go. Tag an artist who committed. Tag an artist who hard. DM me now. Straight from Royce's page. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate everyone who's not a rapper that tags me on these posts because you're letting the people know that, yo, I think Kid Pro could rock for you. Like, I've gotten people like when Gucci was starting a new label. He's like, yo, I'm starting a new label, 1017 Records or whatever. Who you think I should put on it? And people would tag me. Yeah. And I thanked them. I'm like, yo, I like it. I'll hit him back like, yo, thank you so much for letting me know. Like, I appreciate that. But they don't know the scam part.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
I would hate to think that Royce is doing it, but at the same time, Royce is another artist who makes his living off of performing and doing other stuff. And we're at a time right now where you can't make that type of money, so you got to find other avenues. Every artist and their mama is doing this shit.
It's just like, damn.
I saw one the other day, tag an artist who has less than 40,000 followers. I got tagged right away. Right away. Yeah. Me and a bunch of my niggas who we know. Me, Guest, Prospect, Trip. We all got tagged in that shit.
Yeah.
And all we can do is just like. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks for,
Appreciate it. Because, look, at the same time, yeah, you're tagging us, but there's also people who are tagging these things 20 times over with the same person. Like, yo, my man, you got to hear my man. My man's ready. My man's this. My man's that. Then you get hit up. Come to find out you got to pay $650 or whatever to get on the mixtape that'll be promoted heavily for about a week. And when I say heavily, I mean that lightly. And retweeted to all my thousands of followers who really aren't going to give a fuck that Kid Pro is on track 13 of a Royce the 5'9" mixtape that he paid $650 for. But yet he's banking on this to be his big break.
Jesus Christ.
It's a tough game.
It's so disappointing.
It's a tough game. And, granted, we're in a time of Corona. Shit's limited. For niggas that wasn't making tour money, it's even harder for us to even make shit pop off, but we're doing the best that we can. But we got to ride it out, man. This is really one of those times where, if you love something, you really got to stay committed to it.
Not Royce, though.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, Royce did that. Royce did that. Royce did that.
Lord.
So when your favorite artist is doing it, if I see Drake doing this shit, I know shit's going to hell. The music industry is in shambles.
I don't think Drake will do it, though.
Oh, if I see Jay doing it, oh,
Jay will. No, Jay got way too much money. He ain't doing that. It's just, damn,
holy
Royce.
Shit. Jake,
what?
In true West Side Gun artistic fashion. He just posted the cover art for Armani Caesar's album called The Liz. It's exactly what you think it would be.
Get the fuck out. It's a black Elizabeth Taylor. That's what it looks like.
I guess, but with the third eye, kind of like what he did with his
oh,
previous.
Shit, I see the oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't really look like Elizabeth Taylor. I'm bugging.
That's Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, okay. I'm like, for a second,
yeah.
it didn't really look
No,
like
that's
her.
definitely her.
Oh, that is her. Okay.
Yeah, so that's.
Why is it?
Wow.
Why is it?
Yeah, because it's midnight now, so it's a brand new week, so we're getting all the notifications coming in now for new shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So somebody must have jumped in now.
Probably. Turn around real quick.
Oh, my nigga, what's up? How you doing?
No, he was staring at
What's
you
up, bro?
mad hard.
What's up, bro? Let me checking my DMs.
he was like a girl like.
Like, what you looking at?
What you giggling over there about?
Who's DMing us?
I don't think he appreciated that. You see how he's backing up from you?
Like, hold up, nigga. Ain't that like that? Ain't that much love. Man, you my nigga, Aries. You understand me. You get me.
You got any? Well, that was like closing notes, right?
That was closing notes. Yeah. I think it was a pretty solid week, man. I think, yeah, I'm back into performing mode. I'm trying to perform to as many other places as I can. I'm going to try to check out a few new spots that I wouldn't normally go to. And I'm going to see what's up, man. I'm going to try to be back out in these streets and just get more music. I feel more motivated now to make more music.
Good.
I've been throwing different beats now, so I'm going to try a new sound and see how that goes. Obi threw me a drill beat. He said, I want you to try it out. And I'm like, we'll try it. Speaking of, real quick, I want to play, speaking of this freshman fiasco, because he sent me a drill beat, and I was like, what the hell do I even write on this shit? And
You're
then
play it
I
on
heard.
the pod right now?
What?
You're going to play it on the pod?
I'm going to play on the pod real quick. So I heard,
right.
not the song, but he sent me something like, what the hell do I make to something like this? And then as I was scrolling, randomly on IG, I seen that Twitter made a hit song for our freshman class buddy, 5-Yo Foreign.
Oh,
so basically what they did was they played a game where people would just write one tweet, couple words, let that be a line, and the next person would do the same thing. And then after all that was done, the person that collected all that put a beat on and just rapped what those people were writing to make it sound like a 5-Yo song. So I have that right here. I'm going to play it.
Okay, go.
So this might be my inspiration for how I write to these beats. So let's see.
Shoes, lace, put the ops in their place. Ayy, fast cars, race, head game, great. Moving bricks, wait, moving product, crate. We slid on him, late. His chain, fake. She went, late. Got bud, I'm bait. You good? Great. She let me know on her face. Ayy.
That was pretty funny.
Hey. Oh man, so if that's all I got to do, I got an easy day coming.
That's pretty funny. Do not do that though.
I won't do that.
Don't
No.
do it.
I got to put some more effort into it, but that was pretty funny. Yeah. She let me know in her face. Hey. End it with that.
So
End it with something nasty and say, "Hey." She let me nut in her face. Hey.
I gotta hear
Great.
this. I don't know how I feel about you on that, but
I know. So, because Obi said he's like, yo, I want to try it out. I'm like, I bet I'm down to try it.
Trying it.
But I heard the beats and like the only thing that pops in my head is Pop Smoke, and I'm just like, I don't want to do the deep voice and do like the obligatory hook. It seemed like the hooks for that song are like a certain way, and I like to listen to as many artists as I can that do that type of music just to get like a sense of like where I can go and where not to take it.
Yeah.
Cause I want to listen to someone like 5-Yo just to see how he does the beats. I'll probably go back and listen to a Pop Smoke album. I was listening to Drake's Demon song just to get his vibe on it, to hear someone that doesn't regularly do that, see how they went on it. And I'm kind of catching the vibe from it. Yeah. And it's just a point of now putting my own content into that and making it. True. It's going to be a freestyle. It's not going to be a full song. I'll probably do like a minute or so just rapping. Because that's what those songs seem to be anyways.
How's that 4-pack going?
4-pack is... Wait, see?
I got to bleep that out now.
You can bleep it out.
Yeah,
so, it's good. I got to connect back with them. I think we're going to reconnect the weekend and talk more about it.
Ooh, nice.
And then,
we're going to.
Yeah, because right now, just that one song is done and working on the rest and getting back and everything. But my main focus this week has been the video. just getting the video done.
Yeah, you have
so
to
once
get that
that's
done.
out the way, focus back on music and anything else for other people. But yeah, that's what I got in store for myself. What about you?
Nothing. No. I have an EPK I got to work on, and then after that, I'm really just trying to get into the studio. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
All right.
Well, I'm not gonna be actually in the booth, but I'll be outside the booth.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. All right, so closing out. You know what? I got a little quick joke then before we close out. I just saw this on IG. For the record, black men still don't cheat. Offset is amigo. He Mexican.
I fucking that's so stupid. And on that note, it's a wrap.
On that note, man, you already know Lyrical Fix Pod, IG at the Lyrical Fix Podcast is on Anchor, Audio Mac, Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, give us 5 stars out, and keep us hot out in these podcast streets. Make sure to catch the full episodes, the clips, the If You Don't Know segments on YouTube as well. Make sure to like, rate, and comment those. Subscribe. Show us that love out here. Keep us hot. And as always, for your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
We are the Lyrical Fix Pod. This has been episode 55. We'll have a title for you soon enough. Yeah. And we're going to keep doing it big out here. Make sure to keep showing love. We in year 2, baby, and we're not stopping anytime soon.
Yep.
Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. And wear a mint out here when you got them fucking masks on. Peace.
Yeah, peace.